Joe Manganiello call them the nouveau riche? They've only been good like recently.
What do you mean recently? For 7-8 years.
Yeah.
Okay. Whatever.
Andy Reid could be your older brother.
Because of this right now? All right, I'm going to go shave. This show's over.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
A SoFi personal loan is here to help you achieve something once thought impossible: overcoming high-interest credit card debt. Walk the tightrope of your finances with one low, fixed-rate monthly payment, no fees required, and as soon as the same-day funding. That's right. Pull off your own debt-defying stunt with a SoFi personal loan. Visit SoFi.com/trick to learn more. Loans originated by SoFi Bank N.A. Member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. NMLS 696891.
This is a Pirate Radio Sports Break. I'm Shirley Rhodes. East Carolina baseball will begin their 3-game series with North Carolina this afternoon at 5 o'clock inside Clark LeClaire Stadium. Adam Lucas, writer for GoHeels.com, joined PRL yesterday and says while there may be some familiar faces on the mound, the ones at the plate will be different.
You've got Gavin Gallagher, who has done it now. This is his 3rd year at Carolina. He's a guy who is going to generate some runs. Jake Schaffner is a transfer at shortstop. Colin Hynek, a transfer from Georgia State. Carolina thinks Eric Paulson over at first base is going to hit a bunch of home runs. So they've got some new guys who haven't maybe perhaps done it at Carolina, but have done it at other places.
For the Pirates, pitcher Ethan Norby is slated to get the start, and head coach Cliff Godwin says he expects a bounce back from him.
I'm expecting Ethan Norby to go out there and compete at a very high level. Ethan Norby's got really good stuff, but his best quality is he's a competitor, and that's what we need to see on Friday night.
It's the Pirates and the Tar Heels coming up this afternoon at 5 o'clock. This has been a Pirate Radio Sports Break. I'm Shirley Rhodes. Looking for friendly service and hometown convenience? Make a Country Mart in Pitt County. With 2 great locations already serving our community, Country Mart is your one-stop shop for fresh hot food, cold drinks, snacks, fuel, and everyday essentials, all with the fast, friendly service you can count on. And we're growing. A brand new location is coming soon on Highway 11 right across from Aiken Crifton High School. From breakfast biscuits to afternoon pick-me-ups and the best fuel prices in town, Country Mart keeps Pitt County moving. Country Mart, local, convenient, and always friendly.
It's Budweiser's 150th anniversary, and we're celebrating with a Heritage Can Series that honors our legacy of being made of America. Collect all 4 designs. For 150 years, this Bud's for you. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2026. Anheuser-Busch. Budweiser Lager Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Carolina Eagle Distributing is celebrating 150 years of Budweiser all year long. For 150 years, Budweiser has been the heart of America beer culture, bringing people together across generations. Cheers to 150 years. This Bud's for you from Carolina Eagle, serving the Pirate Nation since 1989.
Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry has been Greenville's premier dental practice for over 40 years. I am Dr. Chris Gateway, and our mission at Michaels & Gateway is to provide exceptional dental care with compassion, integrity, and innovation, ensuring every patient leaves with a healthy, confident smile. Doctors Michaels & Gateway are committed to providing an outstanding patient experience with every visit. Not only do we offer all your dental needs under one roof, in most cases, we can take care of those needs on the same day. Bring your smile to us at Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry.
I'm Sam Jones, and for more than 3 generations, my folks have kept the fires burning for Eastern North Carolina Whole Hog Barbecue. At Sam Jones, you'll find our smokehouse pumping out wood-fired meats, cooked fresh every single day. There are no freezers at our place. Everything, and we mean everything, is made fresh daily, including our sides, sweets, and sauces. Stop in and see us, and I bet you'll be able to taste our passion in just one bite. At Sam Jones Barbecue, you'll find plenty of smoke, but no mirrors.
The icy treat that can't be beat is Sparky Snowballs. From big kids to little kids, Sparky Snowballs has been making smiles happen for over 20 years. If you're not in the mood to chill out with a snowball, Sparky's funnel cakes and fried Oreos are a perfect Sparky-licious treat every time. Are you having an event, party, or fundraiser? Call Sparky's to come on site. Remember to follow Sparky's on Facebook or visit SparkySnowballs.com to see where they'll be next.
If you missed the Brian Bailey Show, you missed.
Cliff Godwin, head baseball coach at East Carolina.
We've told this team from day one, it's all about us and these people that are in these trailers. And the only people's opinion that matters is the people that are in it every day. And I don't mean that ugly. That's just the reality of it. And we're going to play better. We have really, really talented players, and we have really, really good human beings.
The Brian Bailey Show, powered by Greenville Utilities, exclusively on Pirate Radio, Pirate Radio TV on YouTube, and on the Pirate Radio app. This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 at 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 at 104.1 FM Washington.
Can you be quiet, please? Thank you.
Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
Clip. Hey, man, good to see you, brother.
We got Jarrett here. Hey, Jarrett. Hey, and we got left side. Strong side.
Y'all are intimidating guys. You know what I'm saying? Y'all are famous. Y'all are celebrity type guys, and that's intimidating.
Gun. First down, ECU. Spinning free. Still on his feet. Marlon Gunn Jr. He's gone.
How about them Pirates, baby?
You already know, my guy.
Pirate pride, baby. Pirate pride.
Now live from the Pirate Radio studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
Welcome in to a Friday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Clip Brock here with you inside the Pirate Radio studios, coming to you on Pirate Radio 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1 in Washington. We're on 1250, 930 online, PR927FM.com. You can find us on the Pirate Radio app powered by Carolina Caliber. And you can find us on YouTube, Pirate Radio TV, on Facebook as well, on Pirate Radio TV, as we are back on the FB. We have a lot of guests to get to on today's show and a lot of Pirate baseball, basketball, and more to discuss the next 3 hours here on Pirate Radio Live. East Carolina, North Carolina getting set for a 3-game series. They'll begin in a couple hours over at Clark LeClaire Stadium if you are tuned in on the way. Currently, it is beautiful, maybe the nicest day of the year so far in 2026. About an hour ago, it was raining. So an hour from now, I don't know what's going to be happening. But right now, it is gorgeous outside, a great day and evening for baseball. We've got Brian North joining us coming up here in hour number 1. We've got Ben Wagner, the play-by-play voice of the Baltimore Orioles. We'll have O's baseball back on Pirate Radio in 2026. We'll talk some Major League Baseball with Ben coming up in hour number 1. Also, Dr. Chris McDowell went one-on-one with Ellerby. You'll hear that coming up on today's program. Tony Dunn joins us, Jeff Nadu as well, to talk some gambling. We'll have Morgan Ahlers. We'll have Alex Harper, along with our cast of characters in studio. For now, Jared Watkins and Zach are here, but I think both of those guys are heading out shortly to go to Clark LeClaire. We got the Jackman Jackson here. We've got Nick Bass. Shirley Rhodes is here momentarily, and Wes Hines making sure everything runs the way it kind of should here at Pirate Radio. And we will talk to you as well. You can join in on the chat gang here on a Friday. Let me welcome in Jared Watkins, also known as J-Bone, a.k.a. the little guy, a.k.a. Littlefinger, a.k.a. Doug In, a.k.a. Big Time. Hey, Jared.
Hey, how we doing? Jared Watkins, also known as J-Bone, the little guy.
Is it the first time we've done a show together this week?
Yeah, I hosted Monday, and then I was gone Tuesday, Wednesday for baseball. I was off yesterday, so.
Good to see you.
Yeah, haven't talked to you.
And you're about to head out.
Yeah, I'm about to leave. Busy day in Greenville, North Carolina. UNC, ECU, going to be a good one.
That it hopefully will be, and a good 3-game series as well. Man, what a weekend of sports going on. You've also got softball here at home. I am fired up for ECU women's basketball, which is coming up Saturday at 1 against Rice, who has won 18 in a row. And I'm planning on being there. coming up on Saturday. We've also got, did I mention softball? You got baseball. You got men's on the road at Charlotte. So a lot going on this weekend in ECU athletics, and it's an awesome slate of games across college basketball. We'll talk about that with Nadu, Arizona, Houston, and Duke, Michigan.
Yeah.
That's like 4 out of the top 5 teams in the country.
Final Four preview?
Yeah, going at it on Saturday. So it's going to be awesome. Jerry says, hello.
Wrong. False.
We are the Pirate Radio Live Chat Gang. Jamie says, hey now.
Hey now.
Well, let's go Pirates. Jerry says, Wes pays for AI.
I pay for AI.
AI. Mike P says, Clip, are you raising your voice at us? No, Mike, I am not. By the way, you raised your voice at me?
That was the funniest thing.
Mick Cronin apologized, but not for being a jerk there. He apologized for kicking his own player out of the game and said, well, it wasn't what I thought it was. I thought he did something else. So I just booted him out, but it wasn't what I thought happened. I hate Mick Cronin.
I mean, I'm not raising my voice. It's on camera. Everybody's recording it. Everybody heard it.
Everybody heard it. All these guys over here heard it.
That guy's the worst.
Are you raising your voice at me?
Are you raising your voice at me?
God.
Greg Hudson likes Mick Cronin, which says a lot about Greg Hudson.
I mean, it was funny. And even in the video, it kind of looks like it's like, yeah, I'm gonna lean into being an a-hole here. Just a little smirk. You raising your voice at me?
He is truly the little guy.
The little guy.
He is a little fellow.
Are you raising your voice at me?
Are you raising your voice at me? What a joke. Go cry about riding on a plane. Go cry about making hundreds of thousands of millions of dollars. You short little man.
A sad, sad little man.
The little guy.
A sad sack that guy is. Jarrett.
Yes, sir.
I got
2 words for you.
Yep.
Suck it.
Ethan Norby.
Oh.
Anytime you can get Ethan Norby plus 1.5 for plus money, you got to take it, which I have done today.
You're essentially losing money if you don't capitalize on that.
But you can find it on some books. I found it on the Score Bet. East Carolina is an underdog today, and if you take them plus 1.5 runs, you can still get plus money on it. So, not that you should tell my dog of the day or any of our dogs of the day after losing them all yesterday. I will be going back to the Con Knipple 4 threes tonight. He only shot 6 threes last night. He made half of them. Shoot more threes. What are they doing? What is he doing?
Yeah, when Grant Williams is having 20 points, you're probably not winning that game.
Just, man. It was right there for the taking. Didn't happen. And the Hornets will lose again tonight when they take on the Cavs. And while we're complaining about things, not to raise my voice at you, but why are the Hornets playing a back-to-back right off the All-Star break? Like, do we not have enough time? If you got to go back-to-back, start the games on Wednesday. Yeah, this is bull crap scheduling.
Yeah, the NBA, I like basketball. I love the Hornets. The NBA sucks. There are a multitude of problems, and Adam Silver's response to those problems are, we're going to implement AI. Fix anything.
Let's do an in-season tournament.
Yeah. Let's put LED lights on the court.
Let's put young little Yachty Quavo and do a halftime show.
Yeah. Let's get rid of the draft. Like, what? This guy sucks. I'm not raising my voice now.
Are you?
I am. Adam Silver is the worst person in the world.
Oh, wow. Okay. I think you don't like him because he looks like he could be from another planet.
I don't like the way he looks.
He is an alien. Yeah, I wish nothing but the worst things possible to Adam Silver.
All right.
Ethan Norby, man.
Yep.
It's a fun day.
Fun day. And we'll go and say goodbye to you because I'm going to get to Brian North.
Sounds good, man. Good seeing you.
Yep, whatever. Who joins me on the Turner Home Team Live Line from WCTI 12. North, how you doing on this Friday, sir?
Hanging in there, Clipper. Hope you are.
Yes, sir. Doing well. Getting ready for a big sports weekend and a big baseball weekend. East Carolina taking on North Carolina today at Clark LeClaire Stadium. Saturday in Durham, Sunday at Chapel Hill. Fun 3-game series with 3 different sites and hopefully a good series, Brian. The Tar Heels come in unblemished so far, 5-0, and East Carolina picking up their second win of the season against Northern Illinois on Wednesday. So Ethan Norby on the mound tonight. It's a long season, Brian. He's trying to shake off a non-Ethan Norby-like first start. Interested to see how he performs tonight.
Yeah, look, it's funny when you have those high expectations coming into a season, and sometimes things you get challenged early on, and so I think the whole team with ECU is getting challenged, and I think in this day and age of portal, and I know Cliff is not trying to go that route, but it just takes time to get this team chemistry together, and that's, I know, what he's been preaching. They're going to be better by the end of the season. We saw it last year as well. So they're going to take some lumps here early, and now you take on a Carolina team that's undefeated. You have Matthew Matthias coming back, the former Conley product. He's back from Tommy John surgery and pitching a little bit, so that'll be neat to see him if he gets to pitch tonight in Greenville, which I think they'll find a way to get him on the mound at some point, being what would be his last appearance as a collegiate player coming to Greenville. So, but for Norby, yeah, it's dealing with expectations, dealing with not being the surprise anymore. People have had a whole year to scout you now and look at your film and see if you have any tendencies. So it's up to him now to try and figure out how to counteract a lot of those moves.
Saw a cool Mateus versus Dixon Williams Conley matchup last time these teams played. Mateus still around. Dixon Williams now part of the Braves organization, but always fun to see the former Conley product back here in Greenville. May go tonight, may go Saturday or Sunday. Talked to Adam Lucas and said he was coming out of the bullpen. Could be a midweek guy for North Carolina, but Adam Lucas said the strength is the pitching for this team, although their bats have been good early, and we kind of waited around on the ECU bats. They showed up kind of second half of the Northern Illinois game, and we'll see if they can keep that going. It still feels like this Pirate team is going to be okay, Brian, but going to take them a little longer than we anticipated maybe.
Yeah, and I think that's to be expected, again, with how these teams are built a little bit, and you never know until the lights turn on with some of these guys, colder weather, and again, it's nice to get off to a hot start, but I think Cliff's got the right approach on this thing. Is get some good quality opponents in early, then hit a very winnable conference again, play strong at the end of the year, and see what you can do.
Brian, maybe for the first time ever, the sporting event I'm looking forward to the most this weekend is women's basketball. ECU taking on Rice. Rice has won 18 in a row. Had Kim McNeil on the show on Thursday. They got 20 wins this year. They are second place in the American, and fun little showdown going on 1 o'clock in Minges on Saturday.
It's been a while since we've had this kind of matchup with the ECU women and the excitement that they've been bringing with the way that they've been playing this year. And it's a great measuring stick. Look, you can't take over first place against Rice, but you can certainly stack up to see how you are against them with the idea that you probably will face them in the conference tournament if everything holds up the way it is. So, yeah, let's see what they have, and let's see how good Rice really is. And, it's nice to have some excitement around the women's basketball team as good as they're playing, and they really seem to find some things with Fauntleroy playing really well and top of the league in steals, and really the engine goes with her, and watching some of these other players step up with her as well. It's been a fun evolution watching this team this season.
And, I know it's one game at a time, but I do like that Kim McNeil acknowledged in our chat yesterday that, hey, we want one of those top 2 seeds. It's a new format in the conference tournament, Brian. You get a 1 or 2 seed, you're in the semifinals, just like that. Yeah. So that is huge, and that is certainly on this ECU team's radar. On the men's side, they're just trying to make it to the conference tournament, and unfortunately took a step back on a Wednesday night in a heartbreaker, double overtime loss to Wichita State. They'll take on Charlotte coming up this weekend, Saturday at noon, and just another reminder of how things can flip from year to year. Charlotte having a pretty good year. Pirates, I think, swept them last year. So, as you know, Brian, in 2026, you can be bad and then the following year be good, and kind of seeing that on both ends with East Carolina and Charlotte this year.
we're at that point of the year now. You start wondering what's going to happen with the program, and with what ECU did last year. Are there any of those lingering good feelings, or are there talk of some wholesale changes going on? This is, the end of February. You start looking at, if you can't even make the tournament, the conference tournament, when do you make those changes, and if they make those changes? And I'm just curious where the thought process is for the basketball program here. And I'm not either pro or con on Michael Schwartz. I think he's done a pretty decent job. I don't have any issues with him. But I'm just, this day and age where everything happens so quick and people get so frustrated so quickly, I'm just kind of curious what the talk is at the end of this season of what they want to do to try to get the program back on track.
Brian North joining us. We are at that volatile time of the college basketball season where you just see some crazy results. We've seen Arizona drop a couple of games here in the last week or so. I like going through, Brian, North Carolina beats Duke, and then NC State beats SMU on the road. Louisville beats State by 40. SMU beats Louisville. State beats Carolina by 25. It's just night to night. You never know. And I was just going over the ACC there. But again, we saw one of those results this week where, and again, talking to Adam Lucas yesterday, sure, North Carolina's dealing with injuries, but he said the want-to factor and the energy was all in NC State's favor the other night.
It sure was. And look, Carolina playing without their two leading scorers. I thought Vassir would be back for that game. He was not. And I think, as well as Carolina had played the game before, going into that hostile environment where State coming off that brutal loss, it's interesting how momentum changes on those things. And to have the biggest State win over Carolina since John F. Kennedy was president is pretty crazy that they had that result. But once again, Will Wade, he's kind of like Dave Doran. He embraces that rivalry against Carolina and wants his guys playing the best when they have those situations. So that was interesting to see for Wolfpack fans, and interesting how Carolina will rebound, and when do they get Caleb Wilson back. They're talking he could be back trying out that hand with a cast on it, and if he'll make much of a difference, because they played so well without him in their previous game. But playing without your two best guys and your two leading scorers will catch up to you after a while.
Awesome day Saturday. You've got Houston and Arizona. You've got, I'm making sure my score app is right here, Brian, Michigan and Duke playing this late in the year in a neutral site. Could be a Final Four championship preview with Michigan, the number one team in the country, Duke number 3. But that's going on in D.C. Coming up on Saturday night.
John Shire was talking about that too. It's kind of a litmus test, and it will help for seeding, but they had this open weekend on their schedule. So did Michigan. So they said, why not? Let's go play a neutral site game. You play your NCAA tournament games on neutral sites. So why not see kind of how we're measuring up here and get us. Yeah, the ACC is such a grind. It kind of gives them a little something to look forward to. It's not a make or break game in that sense, so they can learn a lot in this environment. So he's embracing this opportunity to play a top tier team to kind of refresh them for the final few games in the ACC.
Brian North joining us. North, Sunday, as I was watching the Daytona 500, I thought, man, I forgot to bring up NASCAR with Brian in our chat on Friday. I watched a lot of it. I had some gambling interest in it and ended up breaking even with Chase Elliott top 5, even though he ended, I think, sideways across the start-finish line. But I was pretty entertained by that race. I think maybe the most lead changes all time in a Daytona 500, and we had the big one or two. And I thought it was pretty fun, pretty entertaining. But you following NASCAR? I know you used to be like my NASCAR guy, and you've kind of dwindled throughout the years.
Yeah, I kind of have mirrored the general public. I remember when the Daytona 500 used to get 200,000 people in the stands, and now they've taken the stands out of the backstretch. They've changed around the infield. There's so much different there now. But they always say in restrictor plate racing, you want to watch the last 20 laps. You can come in late, and that's what I did. I turned it on, I think, with 22 laps to go, and watched the chaos ensue in that last lap. And I would say that as soon as Chase Elliott took the lead, I was like, oh, he's finally going to win one. He's starting to get into that category of it's being elusive. He can't find it. And that didn't last too long. And then he went sideways. Of course, his mom is from New Bern, so there's some connections around here. But then to see Tyler Reddick and the Michael Jordan car, that was pretty cool to bring that around to get for NASCAR. Couldn't have happened the only thing that would have been better was Bubba Wallace winning to try and get the NASCAR fan who's not a NASCAR fan anymore, or the outside fringe NASCAR fan. But I think having Michael Jordan hoist that trophy and be in victory lane, despite his antics with the kids in victory lane, it was still good for the sport to see him get to hoist that trophy and bring back good feelings of championships.
Jarrett, where are we this weekend? Georgia?
Atlanta.
All right.
Atlanta. Another crazy race.
Who you like?
I asked Mac this on Monday. He said probably go Fords.
Fords. All
yeah,
right.
Blaney, Logano. Keselowski, man, he had a good car on Sunday, so I'd look towards Keselowski.
I was going to bring that up with Mac on Monday, but while Brian's here, and I'll ask Brian and Jared, like, why? I remember Brad Keselowski drinking from a giant championship cup or whatever and getting drunk on live TV after a championship, and it's kind of just like falling off the map, right?
Well, there's not a lot of beer sponsors. Like if Ross Chastain wins, he'll probably crack open a few Busch Lights. But Brad Keselowski was sponsored by Miller then, so he just got a bunch of Miller.
Okay, my question is more of why doesn't he ever win anymore?
He's taking more of an ownership role at RFK Racing. So, yeah, left Penske. So.
And he had a bad knee injury. You know, when you talk about Atlanta this week, he's going to have to get on the clutch and the gas a little bit more. I think this week it'll be more of a challenge. When you're at Daytona, you just mash the gas and you don't have to worry about it. But he had that bad leg injury last year, so I'm curious to see how that leg holds up this week. But Atlanta's crazy now. No restrictor plate. They get around that place in a hurry. So you can see some more crazy wrecks this week.
Brian, we'll wrap it up. I was watching Georgia-Kentucky the other night, and first time I learned that Dominique Wilkinson is playing for the Georgia Bulldogs, and heard from a local TV guy that we have a new scoring record over with the Washington Pan Pack in basketball.
Yep. Let me see. Hey, I'm going to defer to Luke on this one. What was the kid's name that broke the record at Washington? Jay Smith. Chase Smith. Chase Smith, yes. Broke Chase Daniels' record. Chase Daniels.
The old Missouri quarterback?
Yeah, I know. A guy I covered 20 years ago who had the record, who broke Dominique's record. But that was pretty cool that Chase, I had no idea he was getting close. But when you can score almost 2,000 points in your career, you must be pretty good. And Washington's got it going on. They're a really good team this year. And so we'll see if they make some hay in the playoffs. But they've been a fun team to watch, high flying. But yeah, pretty cool for the Pan Pack to have that record broken. And Dominique, the legacy continues. With his time in the Pan Pack and with his brother Gerald, who really was not a star at Washington, but then blossomed after. Damien, who grew up there, but now Dominique's son, his latest son, is making his way up through. So that's pretty cool.
There we go, North. Thanks for joining us, man. Have a good weekend. We'll talk to you again next week.
Sounds good, Clippers.
Brian North joining us on a Friday edition of Pirate Radio Live. We'll take a break, come back. As we go to break, USA up 1-0 on Slovakia in the Olympics. Winner goes on to face Canada. Canada trailed 2-1 heading into the third period earlier today, scored 2 goals, including one inside of a minute left to go to beat Finland 3-2. And USA up 1-0 right now early in that one. On the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard, we'll take a timeout, come back. Ben Wagner, Baltimore Orioles play-by-play voice, joins us after this. Big news from the Rick House. The Rick House has a brand new menu that you're absolutely going to love. New on the menu are creamy garlic parm chicken pasta, crab cakes, and our new porterhouse, half filet, half strip, tender and juicy, and grilled to perfection. The Rick House is the area's bourbon authority, featuring Willet, Jefferson Tropics, and the Frank Sinatra Select by Jack Daniels. The new menu features new, lower prices. The Rick House, Red Banks Road in Greenville.
Imagine the fun, boating and fishing with your family. Come find the boat of your dreams at the Greenville Boat Show and Sale this weekend at the Greenville Convention Center. Free parking, free admission for kids under 12. Hundreds of boats on display along with all your local dealers. It's more than a boat show, it's a boat sale. Imagine the fun, boating and fishing with your family. Come find the boat of your dreams at the Greenville Boat Show and Sale this weekend at the Greenville Convention Center. Free parking, free admission for kids under 12. Hundreds of boats on display along with all your local dealers. It's more than a boat show, it's a boat sale.
Everyday children in eastern North Carolina are fighting the unimaginable pediatric cancer. Riley's Army stands beside them, offering financial and emotional support, food cards, gas cards, and a community of care. But we can't do it without you. Visit Riley'sArmy.com to donate, volunteer, or learn more. Together we can bring comfort, hope, faith, and strength to these brave families and children. Riley's Army, because no family should fight alone.
Pirate Nation, your dream home starts with Unshakable Builders. Now building in Sutherland Estates in Greenville and Dolostone Court in Wilson, with homes available now. And stay tuned, Cross Creek Townhomes in Greenville and Whitaker Glen in Farmville are coming soon. Browse available homes, explore floor plans, and see past projects today at unshakablebuilders.com. Have questions? Use live chat, fill out the contact form, or call the office at 814-9105. Unshakable Builders, build on a solid foundation.
What's up, Pirate Nation? This your guy, Rajay Harris, and my spot to fuel up for great food in Greenville is Basil's. Looking for lunch today? Basil's lunch menu features signature pizzas, pastas, sandwiches, and salads starting at just $11. After work, grab a dinner and drink with friends with delicious rotating shelves features and plenty of ice-cold specials at the bar. Eat local, drink local at Basil's, your community restaurant on Fire Tower in Greenville. Basil's, Pirates supporting pirates.
A pepperoni pizza for the table.
Thank you.
And may I suggest trying it with our Pepsi Zero Sugar? It has just the right amount of sweetness to complement all that cheesy, saucy goodness, while the carbonation and notes of citrus enhance the flavor profile. Simply divine.
Pepsi Zero Sugar? You've really outdone yourself this time. Pizza deserves Pepsi.
Miss, your burger is served.
Thank you.
And if I may suggest a pairing, this is our finest Pepsi Zero Sugar. The sweetness of Pepsi perfectly balances the savory notes of your burger, while the citrus and carbonation elevates the taste for a truly stunning flavor profile. Bon appetit.
Now that is one perfect combination. If this is how the other half lives, I could get used to this. Burgers deserve Pepsi.
This is Caleb Reynolds, lead minister at Eastern Pines Church, and I'd love to invite you to join us this Sunday at 9 and 10:30 at 3380 Portertown Road in Greenville. At Eastern Pines Church, you'll find real people, uplifting worship, and a place where your family can grow in your faith. Come see what God is doing right here in Greenville. We'd love to welcome you home at Eastern Pines Church. Visit easternpineschurch.com for more information.
Church services brought to you by S&K Trapping, East Coast Grading, Gregory Pool, Driven Details, East Coast Access, Cardinal Lock and Key, and rentafishtank.com.
This is Chandler Honeycutt from Pirate Radio Live, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. The Pirate Radio app is available now, powered by Carolina Caliber. Download the app today and have Pirate Radio at your fingertips. Now, back to the show.
And welcome back in. Doug Henry of Greenville has over 300 vehicles to choose from and brand new inventory arriving daily. Doug Henry is easy to find on the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Memorial Drive, and always online at DougHenryGreenville.com. Right on the corner and always right on the price at Doug Henry of Greenville. And don't forget, the Greenville Boat Show is cruising into Greenville this weekend. Doors are open now through Sunday, and be sure to see the latest boats, marine gear, accessories, and everything you need for life on the water, all in one place at the Greenville Convention Center. Whether you fish, ski, cruise, or just love being on the water, this is your chance to climb aboard and dream big before summer hits. Don't miss the Greenville Boat Show going on now through Sunday at the Greenville Convention Center. Now let's take it back in. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live. Best weather day of the year for ECU and North Carolina coming up at Clark LeClaire Stadium. I just saw 70 degrees, 72 and clear here in Greenville as we speak. So it is a perfect night for baseball, and looking forward to the series. We got our poll question up on Pirate Radio Live in the chat on YouTube. How many games do the Pirates win this weekend? I have apparently gone with the majority because I said 1, and 50% of the votes have said 1 game. 10%, 2. 20% say the Pirates sweep, and 20% say none. Zero games. Game 1 coming up in about an hour and a half. Let's go back out to the Turner Home Team Live Line and talk more baseball with Ben Wagner. Talked to Ben earlier, and we talked about Pete Alonso, and since our chat, Pete Alonso has hit his first home run as an Oriole in spring training. But we talked about that and a whole lot more. And Ben, welcome to Pirate Radio. How you doing, sir?
Hey, any day that you're lifting the cap off of a long, cold, icy, snowy, in some cases, winter, and we're focusing on guys on a baseball field, it's hard to have a bad day. Yeah.
Well said. We're getting ready for some baseball here in Greenville as North Carolina taking on East Carolina. So college baseball already underway, and I've been keeping up with some former Pirates who are in the bigs and in minor league baseball, and they are down in Florida, Arizona, getting ready for another year. So, Ben, let's first get to know you as we'll have another year of Orioles baseball here on Pirate Radio. Before you called games for the Blue Jays and the O's, tell us about yourself. Where are you from, and where did you find this love for baseball and calling sports?
Well, the love of baseball is exactly where I'm from, and thankfully an awesome family that was baseball obsessed, just like a young Ben Wagner in northern Indiana. That's where I was born and raised, and until I was 18, I was basically in the Hoosier State. High school, loved baseball, played baseball, wanted to be around baseball. Wasn't good enough to play after, those 4 years on the varsity, and I had a backup plan, and that was to get involved in sports. Sports radio, and Indiana State gave me every opportunity to be as heavily involved in communications on the TV and radio front. So I went there, I majored in radio, TV, film, and then, everybody needs good timing and a couple of breaks and people behind the scenes that believe in you. I was fortunate enough to have all of those for the entire duration of my career, but a lot of that confidence came from those people when I was in college. And somebody said just on the fly, like, hey, you should go to the baseball winter meeting and see if you can work in minor league baseball. And my response to that was, well, what are the baseball winter meetings? I had no idea. I know Buster Olney and Ken Rosenthal standing in front of a camera, breaking news about big trades. Well, what's minor league baseball and how do you get involved? So I got a quick education very, very quickly, and I felt like I hit the lottery because, as most people are during their senior year, they're fretting about what is that next step professionally going to be. And December of 2003, I knew exactly. Starting the new year, I was packing my Chevy Malibu, and I was off to New Jersey to work in professional baseball. That is the one thing that I was passionate about and cared about. And the Lakewood Blue Claws gave me an opportunity. The Lakewood then led me to AAA with Buffalo, and that was a huge step in my career doing AAA baseball and getting to know so many great players, so many people behind the scenes. And ultimately, then AAA is one rung for broadcasters, just like the players, away from the ultimate dream, and that's getting to Major League Baseball. And, I fell short on a couple of job interviews and wondered why, but I kept working at it. For 14 total years, I chased my professional dream. And then in 2017, I got a chance to fill in on the Toronto Blue Jays broadcast. And then a door opened up the next winter. And again, I just keep showing up until they take my badge away. So after 6 years with the Jays and some craziness, opportunity to come back here and visit with the Orioles, and just I have thrived being involved with the great franchise that is the Baltimore Orioles.
That's a cool story, and man, glad to have you your voice here on Pirate Radio with the O's. Looking forward to another year with Baltimore baseball here on Pirate Radio. Just curious, Ben, a little off topic, but as a Sycamore like yourself, everybody fell in love with the Indiana story during the football season. How about you? Do you have family that are Hoosiers, or do you hate the Hoosiers? How does that work?
Oh no, I love the Hoosiers. They arranged my life. I would rearrange my life growing up to watch Indiana basketball.
Yeah.
No matter where they were playing, what time they were playing. It was the only night when I was really young that I could stay up past my bedtime to watch the Hoosiers hit the hardwood. I love Indiana University and, the athletics and the stories and the memories that it created within my family. I had a couple of imperfect cousins that decided to go to Purdue. but Indiana, I come from an IU family for the most part. I became the blue sheep because Indiana State University offered me every opportunity for a freshman that was really, really eager. That's why I jumped on there. But I was like everybody else. I mean, much of the country who fell in love with the, seemingly Cinderella story that was Indiana football. And it really is, because it was, an absolutely ragged program up until the last couple of years with Kirk Cignetti and the turnaround. So certainly watching more on Saturdays than I ever had before in the fall when it comes to Indiana University football.
And for those wondering, Indiana and Purdue will go at it tonight in hoops if you are interested on this Friday. All right. I appreciate you giving us that story, Ben. Let's talk a little O's and a big splash this offseason. And I'm a Braves fan, Ben, so anytime you can get Pete Alonso out of the division, I'll take that. And a lot of Mets fans, at least the loud ones, were upset to see him walk, and now he is, of course, a member of the O's. How about landing that big fish this offseason for Baltimore? Does that, excite a fan base, and does that get the Orioles some more wins in 2026?
It's absolutely going to make an impact on the diamond. Once we roll the balls out at the end of March and get this thing really going, it's going to make an impact. And the impact certainly is on the field of play, but there are a number of intangibles behind the scenes. There is a reason that Pete Alonso was so beloved, and by far and away the last couple of years of his career in Queens became the most beloved New York Met and the first forward-facing member when you talk about the New York Mets. And it has to do with the power. It has to do, with him being in the lineup every day, somebody that you could count on. That's the beauty of Pete Alonso and his game. His swings can change the game, but there's the consistency to his game as well. And with that love affair comes the anger and the frustration from a Mets fan base, certainly. And I think internally, too, maybe even Pete was a little stung that he didn't hear back from the New York Mets about keeping him long-term and going through these hoops again where they weren't exactly aggressive trying to keep him the first go-around. So opportunity for the Orioles to go out, get somebody that's certainly coveted in the free agent market, but also really important to the dynamic of the wins and losses, the makeup of the clubhouse, and needing a threat, a consistent threat in that lineup from a veteran presence like Pete Alonso gives them. It is certainly one of the most important free agent signings in the history of the franchise.
Excited about that. How about and some other names as well? Chris Bassett, who actually has a tie here. A couple years ago, he was the speaker at the 33rd annual Pitt Greenville Hot Stove Banquet right down the road here in Greenville, North Carolina. But Chris, I will say last year, as a Braves fan, when I saw Charlie Morton was looked at as one of the the fixtures to the O's pitching issues, I didn't know how that would go. Big Charlie Morton fan, but hopefully you get more out of Bassett and some other signees this offseason. But what is Chris Bassett in 2026? How important is he going to be to an O's rotation?
He might have become the most important conversation piece in this pitching department for the Orioles when you decide to sign here. I like what he can provide. One, if he has similar tracks to the last couple of years, and pitching specifically at Camden Yards, his pitchability, the number of pitches that he has, have avoided barrels, which that means it softens contact. His exit velocity has gone down, and he induces a ton of ground balls. And that plays just so beautifully for a pitching staff that needs to keep the ball out of the air, especially when it gets hot and humid here in Maryland. And that really bodes well. And he's been so durable. And in this phase of his career, he understands that he might have to serve a certain role at a given time. And without a doubt, his playoff run that he had with the Blue Jays last year is just another notch in the belt of his experience and what he can offer some of the younger pitchers that are going to be here that haven't been as tested as what he has. He's an incredible cerebral pitcher in his approach and game planning, and he's really excited to work with Adley Rutschman. We were talking in the clubhouse just the other day, and I got to know Chris my last year, or his first year with the Blue Jays. He and I crisscrossed, and he's extremely detailed. He's extremely focused and intense guy, especially leading up to a start. And he spent a lot of time with his catchers in the background, going over glove placement, going over pitch selection and game planning. And he said one of the things that has really impressed him about Adley is similarities in the details in game planning. Maybe not as much of a hands-on approach with Adley specifically, and that only adds to his excitement working with Adley Rutschman over the course of the year, because they seem to be hitting it off right away, which is really encouraging. So there are so many things that I really like about Chris Bassett's signing, and it's not maybe the big splash that Major League Baseball was expecting when you have the names like Framber Valdez out there kind of circling around. I thought if you get past the number one, number two free agent, and maybe then even trade acquisitions that the Orioles could have picked up, this guy was right in line. I mean, he was definitely in the hand of wish lists that I had for the Orioles going out there, and Chris Bassett fits in so many ways.
We are talking to Ben Wagner, who will be calling some Baltimore Orioles baseball on Pirate Radio in 2026. And I guess the years go by so fast, Ben. Can we still call these Orioles young? They've got that core. Jackson Holliday, obviously young, but with Gunnar Henderson, Adley Rutschman, Cowser. I mean, they've had these guys in the lineup now for years. So what's kind of the window with the O's? Do they still have time to grow? Or are they kind of, is this current window shutting? How do you feel about this core group of guys they have in the lineup?
Oh, no, this window is wide open for Orioles baseball, and an exciting pocket of time for Orioles baseball, and guys that are going to be together. Yeah, there's some free agency that's closing in on some of the young core players that blossomed starting in 2022, and they came up in probably an underappreciated season that year, especially when you look at 2023 then when they had the 101 wins, just took the American League Eastern Division by storm. But with that then, the surprise was over. The expectations rolled into 2024, and now those expectations, certainly in the regular season, are the same. But there is a massive amount of internal pressure, internal expectation for these players that want postseason wins and really feel like this club that's been assembled can make a run in the postseason. It is going to be a dogfight going through the American League Eastern Division, without a doubt. But the window right now for the Orioles is as prime as it's ever been. You have a lot of young, talented players. The one thing that is the detractor of every ball club and its success or ultimately its failures, and we saw it last year with the Orioles, will be health. And they've been dinged up right off the bat here with a couple of significant role players put on the shelf at the start of the season, which is really, really troubling. But you just have to figure it out. You have to figure it out. Nobody's going to feel sorry for the Orioles. Certainly, if you're in Boston or New York, you're not feeling sorry for Baltimore at all. But this is not an absolute life preserver that the Orioles are holding on to right now. They are certainly positioned very, very well. Their schedule fits very, very well to early success, and that's going to be a major thing for these Orioles. And this season is just as important as the last couple.
Such a challenging division. You've got, of course, the big bad Yankees. You got the Red Sox, the Rays. It seems like no matter what the personnel is, they are always challenging for a playoff spot. And then the team that represented the AL in the World Series, the Blue Jays, with former East Carolina Pirate Trey Yesavage. And let me ask you about Yesavage particularly, Ben, before we look at the division as a whole. You see it in football as a Commanders fan. Maybe the league figured Jaden Daniels out a little bit in year two, had a sophomore slump. You see it in other sports. But how about with Yesavage? Can he carry over that kind of dominance into a regular season, put it together for a full year? Will there be a bit of a sophomore slump? What do you think about that situation with Trey and the Blue Jays?
Oh, goodness. I think the Blue Jays are going to be a lot better than people are giving them credit. I know that they've lost Anthony Santander. They've lost a couple of pieces out of their rotation last year, but it is still a very, very good ball club. And Trey Savage is going to be part of that. And you talk about making a splash. This guy was pitching in front of a couple of hundred people. That's the announced attendance. I've been in Dunedin. There were probably like 30 people in the seats in Dunedin when this little journey started last year, and all of a sudden this guy's firing darts in the World Series. He's an exciting pitching talent right now in Major League Baseball. Not only somebody that you fear watching if you're in the rotation and the Orioles are going to face the Blue Jays, you're looking at how that lines up and whether or not he's going to pitch, but the devastating splitter in that action that he's got of his pitches, it's changing the game. It's making other baseball teams, it's making other pitching departments look at some of the nuances and how he is able to do it outside natural God-given ability here. Can they pick up a tweaker here or there and give it to one of their own players? Because that is how incredible and fast, his dominance arrived on the scene. So it's absolutely remarkable. Trey Savage is one of the best stories from last year, and certainly only raising the bar in things to watch from the American League Eastern Division. But, I'm telling you, he's right there with the prospect pulse that we're watching right now across the game. Like Bubba Chandler up in Pittsburgh, how is he going to fall in line behind Paul Skeens and that? This is where Trey Savage is right now behind that kind of conversation.
Ben, I'm looking at win totals. I was going to say, not every team in the AL East can be good, but maybe they can. The Rays have the lowest win total projection, at least from a gambling standpoint, 77.5, but everybody else over 500, clearing 500 pretty easily, including the Orioles that they're at 85.5. So again, another challenging year in that AL East. Do you look at the Blue Jays or the Yankees as the favorite, or do you want to go elsewhere?
I think Boston's made some really good improvements.
All right.
I really do. I thought that they were, now of course you lose Alex Bregman in that lineup and in that clubhouse, things can go, and they've got some holes still, like every other team does, especially over at first base. But I really thought Boston has made moves, and after a very quiet start to the offseason, there's no doubt Boston made some waves down the stretch. The consistency, the pedigree of the players that are in that Yankees lineup certainly can win you a whole bunch of ball games, and you can never deny Aaron Judge and what his ability in that clubhouse and on the field of play can be. I think it's a 3-horse team, or a 3-horse race, if you will, with Boston, New York, and then the Orioles right in the thick of it. In this division, I still like the Blue Jays, and this is why it's just such a meat grinder. I think the Rays have taken certainly a step back, and if you look at what they have done, I think philosophy-wise this year they've taken a step back as well and how they want to roll out, but they're still going to be very pesky. So I've seen the win totals, just kind of like scanning around, but for me, when the bell rings on March the 26th, that'll be certainly the best test and when the real fun begins.
Ben, an awesome chat, and then we could go for hours, but I need to let you run, but I got a couple more for you. We'll talk O's and then MLB, kind of big picture. What's new? We talked about some of the new roster moves for the Baltimore Orioles, but anything at Camden Yards, with fans, with the organization, anything new in 2026 for the Orioles specifically?
Holy smokes, yeah. Not only is the team exciting, but the experience from a fan perspective is going to be incredibly exciting. When you walk into Camden Yards, I find it as America's most inviting ballpark. I mean, it is beautiful. It's set downtown. It's got the warehouse in the background. You've got the high wall. You've got just this beautiful green felt rolling out in front of you. But fans are going to feel a different experience when they walk in for the first time in decades. Really, much needed and overdue financial investment into the ballpark and how it looks and feels for fans. Some of it is very sexy, and you're going to love looking at the big brand new video board and the ribbon boards that are flashing. The fan experience is going to be accelerated to heights that it has never been before in the ballpark. There's going to be conveniences added on the concourse for the fans and their ballpark experience. Hopefully, for speed of service, that will certainly improve. They listened to the fan base over the last couple of years and what they really wanted to see. They've implemented it. But more than anything, every season a team will roll out, hey, we're doing this new at the ballpark this year. Think about this. Usually you get one little bullet point added to the resume or talking point. The Orioles this year have done 6 significant upgrades to their fan experience. Everything from the club level experience and increasing the amenities to the big shiny video board that is going to be larger than it ever has been. And in Baltimore, for the fan experience, new video board in right center field, new board on the right field wall, but with that now new data, new graphics, new player experiences, new celebration experiences. It's going to be an incredible rollout, and I think fans are going to be very enthused when they come to the ballpark for the very first time and get to experience it.
Awesome stuff there. And finally, Ben, how about overall changes with Major League Baseball? I guess the big one will be the challenge system, automated ball strike challenge system, where players and managers can challenge strikes and balls. Anything else and anything on that is that a good thing, a bad thing for baseball? How do you feel about that?
I, by nature, am a purist, and I love the human element in the game.
Yeah.
I have paid very, very close attention from my minor league Warrior days and kind of like the guinea pig experiments that were in the minor leagues. So the last 4 years, I've paid particular attention to how this kind of rolled out. It is overall good because you do not want an egregious call swinging a big moment late in a ball game. That's the bottom line. Giving it immediacy to the players, though, versus going to video replay or the coaches in the dugout, I do appreciate Major League Baseball keeping that away from the three guys that are competing in the moment, the pitcher, the catcher, and the batter. And it has to be immediate. If you didn't think it was a strike, you tap your hat and you get back in there, and within 15 seconds, you know if it's a strike or a ball. Same thing goes with the battery. If they thought they got squeezed or maybe the umpire missed a call, you can go to it. I don't really ever see the game giving more challenges to the players and the teams than the 2 that will be allotted this year. Something significant would have to shift because the umpires are still very, very good at what they do. But I think that you cannot allow the game to be dictated outside the players that are supposed to be there, and that's the pitcher and the batter trying to win a ball game. And I got the sense, as Major League Baseball and the umpires have also kind of changed the old guard, and there are no longer, National League and American League umpires. They've really tried to zero in and be much more athletic, much more regimented in their strike zone and how they call balls and strikes. But this adds certainly a new dynamic to it, and umpires will not really have to change what they do, but certainly later in the ball game, how you evaluate, and hopefully you're still in possession of one of those challenges. Don't pay attention to how it's operating in spring training, but once we get into the 7th, 8th, and 9th inning, I think you're going to see this make an impact in games.
It's kind of like when there's a big pass play in football and the ball hits the ground, and you just kind of wait to see if the flag graphic pops up or if a flag rolls in. Now in baseball, it's not quite over when the ump makes the call. You'll see if there's a challenge or something like that. It definitely will be a big difference for fans watching the game and for some of you announcers calling the games as well. Ben, this was awesome, man. I really enjoyed the chat. Let's do it again down the road, but looking forward to another year of O's baseball here on Pirate Radio and hearing your voice as well. We appreciate you joining us today. What's your spring training schedule like? What are you up to here until we get going with the regular season with O's baseball?
Well, I'll tell you this. Today, as the very first Grapefruit League action gets underway with the Orioles and the Yankees, I'm just like everybody else. I'm a fan. I'm going to kick back and watch it. I dive into the TV booth tomorrow for Pirates and Orioles. So you'll see me a lot on Masson during the spring training component, and you'll hear me a ton on radio once the regular season gets going. And then when Kevin Brown has some time off, you'll see me about a quarter of the season on the TV side of things too. So you're going to get a lot of Ben Wagner coming up this regular season.
Awesome. Ben, really enjoyed it, man. Have a great call and great calls this 2026 season. And like I said, let's do it again down the road. But thank you so much for joining us today, man.
Reach out anytime. Enjoyed the chat.
Ben Wagner joining us on a Friday edition of Pirate Radio Live. We'll talk more O's baseball with Ben down the road for sure. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back, wrap up hour number 1, Pirate Radio Live on a Friday, back after these words.
It's Budweiser's 150th anniversary, and we're celebrating with a Heritage Can Series that honors our legacy of being made of America. Collect all 4 designs. For 150 years, this Bud's for you. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2026, Anheuser-Busch, Budweiser Lager Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Carolina Eagle Distributing is celebrating 150 years of Budweiser all year long. For 150 years, Budweiser has been the heart of America beer culture, bringing people together across generations. Cheers to 150 years. This Bud's for you from Carolina Eagle, serving the Pirate Nation since 1989.
Ready to take the road less traveled? This February, get behind the wheel of a new 2026 Subaru Crosstrek base at Capital Subaru of Greenville. Lease it for $250 a month for 36 months. And don't forget about the Subaru A Lot to Love event. It's all happening right now at Capital Subaru of Greenville off Memorial Drive or online at capitalofgreenville.com. Proud official partner of the ECU Pirates. Price does not include licensing costs or registration fees. See dealer for details. Offer expires March 2nd, 2026.
Play it again, sport. Buy, sell, trade. Great deals never felt so good. So good, so good, so good. I saved a bunch of cash. Buy, sell, trade. Using my gear like I never knew I could. Play It Again Sports. Buying and selling new and used sporting and fitness equipment for over 27 years right here in Greenville. Located on Greenville Boulevard across from the Nissan dealership.
CopyPro, the professional office systems people, have been serving Eastern North Carolina since 1971. From Greenville to Wilmington, businesses trust CopyPro for reliable technology, award-winning service, and top brands like Konica Minolta and Ricoh. Need multi-function printers, document management, or network solutions? CopyPro delivers powerful tools backed by certified technicians and a team dedicated to your success. CopyPro, professional people, professional systems, powerful results. Visit copypro.net or call 756-3175 today.
Washington's favorite place to eat and where all the locals go is down on Main Street. Down on Main Street's new weekly lunch specials are here and only for $8.99. Stop by Monday through Friday and enjoy chicken and pastry, spaghetti, meatloaf, hamburger, steak, and everyone's favorite fried shrimp plate. After work, Down on Main Street is the perfect spot for dinner and drinks with friends. Down on Main Street in historic downtown Washington. Go Pirates!
Oh, dude, that home run just busted your windshield.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it.
You're not worried about it?
Yeah, I've got Brandon Manning and Farm Bureau Insurance.
Hey, Pirate Nation, this is proud ECU graduate and former baseball player Brandon Manning inviting you to join my team at Farm Bureau Insurance. From home, auto, or life, give me a call today and let's talk about your insurance coverage and about the Pirates. Call 531-1812 and go Pirates!
Are you tired of dealing with IT headaches? Does this sound familiar? Slow computers, constant crashes, long wait times for IT support, and worries about cybersecurity. If you're nodding your head, it's time to call cybersharks.net. We handle IT so you can focus on growing your business. Fast, reliable, and always there when you need us. Call 321-7800 today and get IT support that actually works. Cybersharks.net. We keep your business swimming.
If you're hungry for a great steak with honest-to-goodness flavor, head over to Larry's Steakhouse, open Monday through Saturday at 11 a.m., serving up hand-cut, aged ribeyes, tender grilled salmon, bold grilled shrimp, and juicy grilled pork chops, all right off the flame. Pile your plate high with a 25-item salad bar. Try one of our hearty daily lunch specials. Larry's Steakhouse, good food, good folks, and a good time. Located at 2800 East 10th Street across from the old Highway Patrol Station. Call 751-6510 for takeout and reservation. Larry's Steakhouse.
This is Jacob Jenkins Cowart, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. The Pirate Radio app is available now. Powered by Carolina Caliber. Download the app today and have Pirate Radio at your fingertips. Now, back to the show.
And welcome back in. Greenville Utilities Neighbor to Neighbor program provides help for those who need temporary assistance with their utility costs. You can make a difference. Your tax-deductible donation can be added to your GUC bill each month, or you can make a one-time donation. GUC matches all donations up to $20,000 each year. Consider helping a neighbor today with the GUC's Neighbor to Neighbor program. Now, let's take it back in for the wrap-up of Hour 1. Here's Clip.
All right. Let's do some On This Day in Sports presented by Ahlers Motorsports. Tony Dunn is here a couple minutes early. What's up, Tony?
What's up, Clip?
We'll go Jackson. Mackay's here as well. On this day in 2022, Steph Curry set a record for most three-pointers in an all-star game. How many three-pointers did he hit? Closest to the pin wins. What do you say, Jackson?
12.
Mackay?
15.
16 threes.
Ooh.
50 points for Steph Curry in that all-star game. Let's see. On this day in 2021, this former Kansas Jayhawk had a then career high 50 points and 17 rebounds against the Bulls. Who did that in 2021? 50 and 17. I think he went to Kansas for a year.
17 boards?
Yeah.
And he's a Jayhawk.
Joel Embiid is the answer. You go to Kansas?
He was a Hawk.
For 1 year?
I think so, yeah.
On this day in 2011, he was the All-Star Game MVP at his home arena, the Staples Center. Who was that?
2011.
Staples Center.
Yeah. So he's LA, born and bred. So, I don't think Paul George.
Who's a good Laker?
I don't think.
These kids.
In 2011.
I thought you meant, okay, hold on. In my defense, I thought you meant an LA native. So I was thinking either Kawhi Leonard or Paul George. But you're talking about Kobe. Okay.
Kobe Bryant. That's correct.
I thought you were talking about an LA native.
Fair enough. I was not. Tony, on this day in 1993, this National League team opened up their first spring training camp. 1993.
The Washington Nationals.
No, that came later.
Later?
Yep.
1993. Oh, Tampa Bay.
Nope, that came a little later. Arizona and Tampa came later in the 90s.
They were that late?
In the early 90s.
Rockies?
It was the Rockies and the...
the Rockies and... who the heck else would it be?
I have my nice teal hat. The Marlins.
Oh, okay.
Marlins, Rockies were early 90s. Diamondbacks and Rays were a little later. On this day in 1986, he sexually harassed a woman in Albany. Why is that on this website? That would be Mike Tyson. His back is broken.
It's a sports event.
Spinal.
Spinal.
That is On This Day, presented by Ron Ayers Motorsports. On this day in 2026, the USA leads Slovakia 2-0 in Olympic men's hockey. The winner goes on to face Canada, who beat Finland earlier today 3-2.
What was the last baseball team added?
I guess the Nationals, right?
What year would that have been? Roughly
2000.
So they add
mid 2000s.
They're open to adding teams in baseball. Why can't we get one in Raleigh?
No, well, let's talk about that on the other side because we don't have a lot of NFL topics.
Okay.
Baseball in Raleigh, we will discuss.
So we don't have to drive all the way to Charlotte.
For what?
For sports.
Oh,
it's a doable drive for us, Raleigh.
Let's take a break. We'll come back. Let's see. Nationals Park opened in 2005. So, yeah, mid-2000s. All right, we'll take a break, come back. Tony Dunn, Jeff Nadu, Hour 2, Pirate Radio Live. Beautiful day for ECU and North Carolina as they get underway in about an hour. More to go after this.
Before anyone walks into your business, the outside is what they see. Make sure your first impression is a good impression with the right curb appeal. Hi, this is Daniel Andrews from Dan Andrews Lawn Service. We specialize in making your business look great. Let us handle all your professional landscaping needs. We do it all so you don't ever have to worry. Residential services are also available. Call us today at 717-8006 and we'll come out and give you a free quote. Taking care of your landscaping needs is all we do, and we've been doing it for over 20 years. You can trust our reliable team at Dan Andrews Lawn Service, covering all of Eastern North Carolina.
Cucinalla's has been serving up handcrafted pizzas with their family recipe since 1932. If you're in the mood for something different, explore the brand new pastas like the chicken parm, chicken alfredo, or penne marinara. Cucinalla's also has salads, grinders, and house-made Italian ice and Italian ice lemonades. Greenville's hometown pizzeria is Cucinalla's. 2 locations with pickup or delivery, and ready for your order now at cucinellas.com. Go Pirates!
Greenville Motor Company, celebrating 40 years serving the automotive needs of Greenville and Eastern Carolina. Here is Greenville Motor Company's Brian Cook.
We offer service specials and coupons, monthly deals to help you save. We also offer our customers pickup and drop-off services, convenient scheduling for your busy life. We'll help you get the service you need with your busy schedule.
Greenville Motor Company, locally owned by the Cook family, right across from Greenville Nissan at 1000 Southwest Greenville Boulevard. Go to driveherenow.com. Driven by service, powered by trust. Greenville Motor Company.
Enjoy the warm air circulating moments after you turn up the heat. Precise control of cooking temperatures. Enough hot water on demand for everyone's shower. The instant glow of warmth when you turn on your fireplace or fire pit. Never having to change a gas tank on your outdoor grill. Experience the affordable luxury of natural gas. Find out more at GUC.com.
Attention Pirates and runners, be sure to join the fun Saturday, March 28th for the Pirate 10-miler, 4-miler, or Double Down Challenge. The road race starts and finishes at Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium and runs through the best of Greenville. Get in on all the action and reserve your spot at the starting line today. Sign up now at pirate10miler.com. Use the code Pirate Radio to save 15% off your race registration. That's pirate10miler.com, special code Pirate Radio. See you there, March 28th.
This is proud ECU alumni David Price of David Price Construction. As a leading general contracting firm, we specialize in commercial construction and renovation. Whether it's updating your office space, renovating your restaurant, or building a new retail store, our team at David Price Construction is ready to assist. We are committed to delivering quality, value, and customer satisfaction across all of our projects. So give us a call at 919-820-3612 or find us online at davidpriceconstruction.com. Go Pirates!
Looking for your new go-to spot? Check out Fish Street Hardware Restaurant and Tap Room in downtown Greenville. Open Tuesday through Thursday 11 to 9, Friday and Saturday 11 to 11, and Sunday 11 to 5. Singo on Tuesdays at 7, Wings and Trivia Wednesdays at 7, Outlaw Open Mic Thursdays 7 to 9, hosted by Lonnie Britton, and live music Fridays and Saturdays from 8 to 11. The Yappy Hours Thursday to Saturday 4 to 7, 25% off all appetizers. Check socials and website for all information at Fish Street Hardware.
UBE and PirateWear.com are proud to offer the Pirate Nation its largest inventory of ECU merchandise and tailgate supplies ever. UBE has the best prices in town, so that makes UBE your one-stop shop for all things ECU. UBE does daily restocks of Champion, Adidas, and Under Armour. Don't forget to bring your young Pirates to plunder the Crow's Nest, which is the only kids store dedicated to ECU. Plenty of free parking in downtown Greenville. Visit them online at PirateWear.com. Go Pirates!
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 at 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. The Pirate Radio app is available now, powered by Carolina Caliber. Download the app today and have Pirate Radio at your fingertips. Now, back to the show.
And welcome back in. Pirate Nation, your dream home starts with an unshakable foundation. At Unshakable Builders, they don't just build houses, they build trust. From blueprint to keys, their expert team is with you every step of the way. You dream it, they build it. Visit unshakablebuilders.com to start your journey home the right way. Unshakable Builders, build on a solid foundation. Now let's take it back in. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live on a Friday. Jackman, Mackay, Nick, Wes around here somewhere, Tony Dunn here. Terry trolling in the chat says, how's Dog of the Day doing? You know how Dog of the Day is going.
Kenny, calm down.
Terry. Not Kenny. How about you?
reverse, Terry?
There we go. Why did Con Knipple only take 6 threes last night? He made half of them. He should have shot more, and the bet would have hit. And I'm going with it again tonight. Con Knipple, 4+ 3-pointers. Shoot him, Con, and you'll make them. You got to shoot them if you want to make them. Tony Dunn is here. He wants Major League Baseball in Raleigh. Would you go?
Yes.
Would you support it?
Yes.
No, you wouldn't.
I would.
You say you would.
No, I mean, I would definitely go to a Major League Baseball game. I'd go to Baltimore to go to one. Where I have once, should I say. Once.
I'm not drinking, and I don't think you are drinking as much as you once drank. And I feel like the joy of going to a Major League game is like having a couple beers.
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely have a couple of beers, but like it's not like ECU baseball where
in the jungle,
where it's like 12 hours of it or stuff like that. Is you go? I mean, it is a long game.
Yeah.
But it would be a nice. I mean, I don't know if just because I wouldn't go every game, Clip, doesn't mean that it wouldn't be cool to have it to occasionally. So you cut like a couple of games a year. That would be fun.
If I'm going to a live sporting event, I need some stakes on it, and I just feel like 1 out of 162 games is not enough stakes for me. Like, I don't care what happens in the game.
So what you're ultimately saying is you just don't like baseball.
I have pretty much said that on record that I like the Braves, but I don't really like baseball. I like ECU, but I don't like baseball.
I want to like baseball.
I do too.
Right, and I think. Do you think that baseball has lost its luster, or kind of the American pastime, not because of the excitement of the sport or anything like that, but coming back to the 160 game schedule? I feel like baseball was created in an era that was pre TV.
There was nothing going on.
Right. Well, or is that you caught the box score a lot of times. So you would go to a ball game. They would have, there weren't other competing things, but you can keep up with baseball if you just check the box score every day.
Yeah.
And then listen to a couple on the radio.
Yeah.
Do you remember when XM radio was the big deal?
Yeah.
They came out with this portable, like it was like it looked like a Walkman kind of, or a big iPod, and you could get live, and you listen to it with the earbuds. And I was working for my dad. He owns a window clean business, and all summer I tried. They gave you the baseball package when you got it, and I tried to, and you could.
And the Cubs play day games,
yeah.
So
and you could record up to a certain amount of hours on it too, and listen to. And I tried to listen to as many.
All right, yeah.
And I got to like 30, and I was like, this took like 9 million hours. I couldn't do it anymore. It's if you play the baseball game and don't simulate.
I'm pretty good about listening to like at least one Braves game a series. You know what I'm saying? So that's like 3 a week or whatever.
It's a radio sport.
Yeah.
Like you cut your grass, you can listen to it. So I think it was made in a era that it really had appeal.
I remember
that's the problem.
My first favorite thing to do on the internet was go to like CBS Sportsline and look at the graphics of the field and the dots, and it would update each pitch.
I thought it was watching baseball.
I thought it was the coolest thing in the world. Like, I got updates on every game as they're happening. This is insane.
You had never had so much information.
Yeah.
It was before when we had to check stats on the back of cars. Do you remember that?
I do. Yes.
And then you misremembered stats. I thought that Jim Abbott forever had hit a home run until the internet was. But he did have a hit or two.
That's the bad part about Google. People can call you out on your BS.
Well, once I said it, I was like, I feel like I should go back and Google it. I wish I didn't. The world was a better place in my head when Jim Abbott
had a dinger. He did pitch no hitter.
Yeah, and he did have some hits because he played in the National League for a little while.
All right, for you youngsters, Jim Abbott had one arm.
Hand.
This is old man radio at its best. Speaking of old man radio, going back in time, we have seen Julius Peppers go from Tar Heel to Panther to other teams to Panther to Hall of Fame. I'm seeing a lot of these like redrafts now, Tony. I guess now it's about to be draft season in the NFL, but I saw a 2002 redraft, and it had the Texans getting Julius Peppers with the first overall pick, and the Panthers ending up maybe even better by selecting Ed Reed with the second pick. And I'm wondering, in an alternate universe, would the Panthers have been even better with it? No. Peppers is the clear guy.
You think Ed Reed would have put them over the top in the Super Bowl?
I don't know. He won one.
Yeah.
But, I mean, Ray Lewis and, everybody else.
Or what if Ed Reed also left in anger because he was like in a small market that didn't feel like it was competitive enough for him, like Peppers did.
You're not going to see many redrafts like that where you're like, oh, we lose our guy, but then you get another Hall of Famer like Ed Reed.
I'm the worst person to ask this question
because you're a Pepper.
That is what cemented me as a NFL fan.
True.
And also cemented me to this moment of being on this show every Friday for the last 11 years. Thanks, Peppers.
Yep. He got you in this hellhole.
Thanks, Pep.
Jamie, going back to the baseball topic, says having a salary cap in baseball would bring in at least some fans in smaller markets. Maybe. I mean, but
I mean,
I don't
isn't
mind.
The guy that owns the Hurricanes super rich?
Yeah. In fact,
what's the problem? And they have to pay the tax.
Yeah.
Somehow, I mean, there are teams that are relevant that aren't. I don't know. I mean, it's like
I kind of like chasing the big bad Dodgers too.
Yeah,
I like there being a villain in sports. But I could see if you are one of those teams that is just the Pirates or whatever, awful every year, not paying guys.
Yeah, I mean, I could see how that would get old real quick. It's like, so I'm sitting here going, oh, we don't have to be the biggest thing. But then after 30 years of this team falling apart, I could see that. And the Pirates, is it because they're small? What has been their issue? I
think it is their just ownership and getting rid of players and not paying players.
It does seem silly that you don't have any sort of salary cap.
Yeah, it's when we think of how much we love football and the way you can go from bad to good with the draft and with everything, and they try to make things so equal. Baseball is the opposite.
Yeah, they're like,
we want you to suck forever, and we want the Dodgers to.
We're going to pay to beat you up.
Yeah, pretty much. There are bullies in these sports.
Yeah.
Tony, are you following anything Panthers related? And February is a tough month after the Super Bowl.
It is, but there are some things too, and I got some notes for you too. The Panthers did make a hire that is of note. They hired Darrell Bevell, who is he's a quarterbacks coach, right? Or former offensive coordinator. You see right here.
He was one of those guys, guys have a hot name for a year or two for a head coach or whatever.
Yeah.
Who did he coach? Did he have a big time quarterback?
He was with Russell Wilson for a while.
He wasn't with Favre.
He was with Brett Favre in his comeback.
Yeah.
He had, he also was with Tua when he had his best year. So he's kind of built for, made design, or I won't say built for, but he's designed successful offenses around a few smaller sized quarterbacks, right? And he brings in a history of being with Seattle when they had their success. And it looks like this. I think this is a noteworthy discussion, or at least maybe. I'm sure the listeners don't care about Darrell Bevell, right? But is that Dave Canales was brought in here to uplift, reboot, get the Panthers offense going, and hopefully either identify that Bryce was the problem, or salvage Bryce, right? Because you hired this offensive this coach, and I think we do this too easily in sports. Is just like link people to names, which I just did with Darrell Bevel, right? And it's like, oh, well, Canales was there with Russell Wilson, and then Canales called plays for 1 year in Tampa Bay, and Baker was all right, right? So like Dave Canales has had some issues that have just shown from his being new, right? Like he wasn't a long-term offensive coordinator. He was a 1-year coordinator that then had some success, that then landed a job with a team that nobody wanted to interview with. So he comes in and he's trying to do both. He's trying to be this offensive guy. He's trying to be the head coach. And I feel like juggling it has been a little bit difficult. You've seen some things with communication, slow play, the play calls getting in late, or, it's like, it just has looked like at sometimes he needed a few more seconds on the play clock.
I remember talking about that early in the season a lot. I don't know if it continued, but
yeah. Well, I mean, it's getting better.
Yeah.
I mean, and he's a 2nd-year head coach, and we shouldn't just throw the baby out with the bathwater because he's having to learn. We give other people a lot of grace that they need to learn on the job, or continue to grow. So I expect Dave Canales to get better, but I think having somebody that could maybe prepare Bryce in a way, or work with him intimately, could take some of the pressure of Dave Canales to have to do everything off. Excuse me.
Bless you.
So I think that's where some of the value comes in, because a lot of Panther fans have been calling for Dave Canales to give up play calling. And I don't know. I don't think he wants to.
Yeah.
Right? I think, like every coach, they want to believe that they're really part of the reason that you're winning and the success. And so I don't think he wants to do that. I don't think it's necessary, but I do think it would be helpful to take some of the weekly responsibilities off of him.
Right.
And maybe he can give these coordinators more, like, here's kind of like a vision of what I see. You come up to me with the ideas, we'll execute it, and then they can work with Bryce, show him the iPad more and stuff like that. So that's where the Panther news is. And then we're also we're approaching free agency. It's probably a month away right now. It's close to a couple of weeks away. So salary cap, and somehow, Clip, the Carolina Panthers don't have any money. Never. I don't know why.
Well, I guess we shouldn't even discuss the 2026 NFL free agency rankings.
Well, we're going to have to. Well, we have some plans on how to do it, and you're going to have to restructure and extend some people. So, and the salary cap is set to go up $25 million. Do you know that when I started coming on this show, Clip, that the salary cap was 100 and when I first started the C3 Panthers podcast, or the website, it was 105 million. Then it went up. We were like, it's 112. It's going up to potentially $305 million this year. In 13 years, it is tripled.
Thanks, Obama. I don't know. Trey Hendrickson, the top free agent. To this.
$20, $30 million player.
I'm starting to, I kind of like to set my sights on a big fish.
Yep. I got you.
I want to get in the Max Crosby business. I want to make a move. I want to get him in Washington.
Well, you better get ready. If some people are saying he could require multiple firsts.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And then you have to keep that contract, which is in the 20. So you might as well just go get Trey Hendrickson with no trades.
Maybe, yeah.
And pay that. Trey Hendrickson is like 31 though. So,
right.
So you're getting like 3 years of production probably, if that. And so many times it seems like there's a reason that there's been a stalemate between the team and the player, because they're sitting there looking at the age. He's sitting here going, I need to get my money. I tell you the guy we want, and this is because we're all both in the market for the same position, Bradley Chubb.
Huh. I have not really followed him much.
More discounted because he's had some injuries over the last couple of years. But when he has been healthy and he's been out there, he's been a very effective player. He's younger than these guys. He's going to come cheaper because of that. Now, it depends on his health. But if you're a team like the Panthers, who are in the market, like who don't have the money to pay the ideal guy, you got to find a guy that could be a contributor. I think that would be a good option right there.
There's a lot of examples of it. Who's the man? I didn't even talk to you about this. The The guy, I lost money with my draft props. The Clemson guy that I had going to Carolina in the draft all those years ago. And then I'm listening to the playoff game on the radio.
And he made a tackle.
He's making all kinds of plays on special teams. But like just that as an example, we kind of give up on guys. I don't know if this is a good example, but 2 years ago when Washington was good, Dante Fowler had an awesome year, and he was a top 5 pick or whatever. So
there have been a couple of good stories with Dante Fowler. There was another guy that was from San Francisco that went to Dallas and did a little bit for a moment.
But Chubb was a high pick, right? Like a high draft pick, and we kind of give up on guys, and then like 8 years later, they're still in the league doing stuff.
Yeah.
So I thought that was cool though that the Simmons, because he was kind of a cast-off or whatever, and was, I guess, pretty important for the Panthers, at least in that playoff game.
It's kind of funny too, is that that's the Cardinals, right?
Yep.
And there's another player that was the same right before him, and that was Hassan Reddick.
Oh, yeah.
Hassan Reddick was brought in there and played out linebacker. They were like trying him out like middle linebacker or something like that. And it was just, and they gave up on him. He came to Carolina, had a positional change, had a great year. Had a year where Brian Burns made the Pro Bowl, but Hassan Reddick had more sacks.
The league in sacks or something? Or
it was close. I think he had 16 sacks. Then he went and signed a big deal with Philly.
He's been around, went to the Eagles.
Yeah, to the Jets and to Tampa. And he's a free agent now. Yeah. But, I mean, I don't want him right now. I always feel like the Panthers get the free agent that I wanted 5 years too late.
Sure. Yeah, I can relate to that.
Remember, who was that safety from Buffalo? Jameer Byrd? Does that sound familiar? Jameer Byrd is...
I was going to say Demir. That's your receiver.
Was Jameer Byrd? God, there was a guy, and I wanted him. He was coming from Buffalo, and he was a strong safety. And he went to the Saints and made big money. And then somehow, like 7 years later, he becomes a Panther.
Yeah, we had Deion Sanders in 2000 in Washington, and Bruce Smith. So yeah,
he was losing toes by that point.
It was bad. All right, Tony, thanks for joining us. What do you got going on? Anything? Are you watching anything good?
Oh, I just watched Tulsa King.
Yeah, okay.
I haven't watched it. I really enjoyed it.
I thought it was pretty entertaining.
It had it kind of was a blend of like serious, wholesome, and
good
comedy, right? And so it just had a balance to where it flowed. And I like watched 2 seasons or whatever. A day and a half, 2 days. So
it went by pretty smooth.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Tony. We'll see you, buddy. We'll take a break, come back, planning to hook up with Jeff and Nadu when we return. Pirate Radio Live on a Friday. Quick check-in on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by Buck USA. Up 2-0 on Slovakia, second period in the semifinals of the men's hockey in the Olympics. We'll take a break, come back, and have more for you after this.
Hey Pirate fans, did you know there are thousands of special needs children and adults right here in our community that loves ECU athletics as much as you do? Robbie's Clubhouse is a local nonprofit organization that can turn your unused ECU tickets into a fun day for a family with special needs. If you can't make it to the next Pirate game, simply call 1-800-DIAL-ECU and donate and designate your tickets for Robbie's Clubhouse. Go Pirates!
Greenville Motor Company celebrating 40 years serving the automotive needs of Greenville and Eastern Carolina. Here is Greenville Motor Company's Brian Cook.
We have flexible financing options, work great with all credit types to fit the right plan and payment terms you need. We have a friendly, no-pressure sales staff focused on finding the best fit for you.
Greenville Motor Company, locally owned by the Cook family, right across from Greenville Nissan at 1000 Southwest Greenville Boulevard. Go to driveherenow.com. Driven by service, powered by trust. Greenville Motor Company.
Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry has been Greenville's premier dental practice for over 40 years. I am Dr. Chris Gateway, and our mission at Michaels & Gateway is to provide exceptional dental care with compassion, integrity, and innovation, ensuring every patient leaves with a healthy, confident smile. Doctors Michaels & Gateway are committed to providing an outstanding patient experience with every visit. Not only do we offer all your dental needs under one roof, in most cases, we can take care of those needs on the same day. Bring your smile to us at Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry.
Over Overtime Tavern is the place to be for great food, cold drinks, and all your game day action with over 10 TVs. Swing in today and try a mouth-watering burger, glizzies, wings, or check out their daily specials featuring some of the best items on the menu. OT's has a weekly lineup of entertainment starting Tuesday with Singo, Wednesday is sports trivia with Clip Brock, and Thursday's local acoustic acts playing the tunes. OT's is located on Charles Boulevard across from the Sheets and is open daily from 11 a.m. to midnight. There's always time on the clock at Overtime Tavern.
It's Budweiser's 150th anniversary, and we're celebrating with a Heritage Can Series that honors our legacy of being made of America. Collect all 4 designs. For 150 years, this Bud's for you. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2026, Anheuser-Busch, Budweiser Lager Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Carolina Eagle Distributing is celebrating 150 years of Budweiser all year long. For 150 years, Budweiser has been the heart of America beer culture, bringing people together across generations. Cheers to 150 years. This Bud's for you from Carolina Eagle, serving the Pirate Nation since 1989.
Are you looking to purchase a new home, or are you considering refinancing your current mortgage? This is Talbot Green at Integrity Home Mortgage. We offer a wide variety of loan programs to help get you pre-approved. Our team of Talbot Green, Braxton Green, and Joanne Weir has over 50 years of experience and is committed to providing you with superior customer service you deserve. To get started, call me, Talbot Green, 714-2076.
Talbot Green, NMLS 120331. For informational purposes only. Integrity Home Mortgage Corporation is equal housing lender. NMLS 208. 516.
Planning a special event, whether it's a baby shower, bridal luncheon, birthday party, or even a tailgate at Clark LeClaire Stadium, Chicken Salad Chick has you covered. Their fan favorite mini croissant platters is just one of many options to choose from, perfect for any occasion. With a variety of chicken salad flavors, there's something for everyone to enjoy. Let us do the work while you enjoy the event. Delicious, fresh, and served with a smile. Chicken Salad Chick Catering. Make every event memorable. Visit chickensaladchick.com to place your catering order. Just remember, you pick it up and we'll have it ready to go. Chicken Salad Chick, where every event is a little bit tastier.
Ready to take the road less traveled? This February, get behind the wheel of a new 2026 Subaru Outback Premium at Capital Subaru of Greenville. Lease it now for $365 a month for 36 months. And don't forget about the Subaru A Lot to Love event. It's all happening right now at Capital Subaru of Greenville off Memorial Drive or online at capitalofgreenville.com. Proud official partner of the ECU Pirates. Price does not include licensing costs or registration fees. See dealer for details. Offer expires March 2nd, 2026.
You know what it is. This is your man, Petey Pablo. Once again, back is the Incredible, and this is Pirate Radio, and this is the voice of the Pirate Nation. And you know how it goes down when the Pirates are in town. Shut down.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. The Pirate Radio app is available now. Powered by Carolina Caliber. Download the app today and have Pirate Radio at your fingertips. Now, back to the show.
And welcome back in. At Langley Contracting, they are the superior roofing specialists. Whether it's a new roof or repairing your old one, they've got you covered. And, best of all, they handle your insurance claims, too. They are locally owned right here in Eastern North Carolina. They are licensed and insured and have a 25-year roof warranty. They can handle your gutter installation, too, so everything is seamless. Call or visit them online at 214roof.com for your free estimate today. Langley Contracting, your superior roofing specialist. Now, let's take it back in. Here's Clip.
All right, USA has added another goal, taking a 3-0 lead over Slovakia. Canada struggled in their game against Finland, had to come back from a 2-1 deficit, or a 1... Oh, another goal? 4-0 lead. Canada had to come back from a 1-0 deficit, I believe, in the third period. 2-0? No. Are you calling me a liar? Oh, you know what? It was 2-1 when I bet on it then.
I was going to say.
We were down. Canada was down by 1 goal.
Yeah.
When I bet on, they were down 2-0 in the game. Yeah. Oh my.
Are you raising your voice at me?
No. Wait, was Nick raising his voice to me?
I don't know. I was trying to figure out who's raising their voice at who.
I took Canada when they were down 1 goal, and they ended up winning. But before that, they were down 2 goals. Either way, Canada awaits the winner of USA Slovakia. And I'm going to go ahead and say it. If USA doesn't win this game, their coach should be fired and we should quit playing hockey because they're up 4-0 in the second period. No pressure.
If you make me talk about the USA coaching staff.
Talking to the mic, dude.
All right, you're gonna open a can of worms if I talk about this USA coaching staff because it's really bad.
Okay, I wish you would raise your voice at me because I can hardly hear you.
I'm trying my hardest.
There, no, now I can hear you.
Are you raising your voice at me?
Why you got a problem with the coaching?
Because when you think about the most successful teams in the NHL right now and guys you want leading your team, do you want the New York Rangers head coach to be leading the team?
No, I don't know.
Do you want to have a former New York Rangers head coach leading the team?
Where's Rod the Bod?
Canadian.
Fair enough. All right. Hey, look, the guy's getting it done. 4-0 USA leading over Slovakia. Gold medal game coming up early Sunday morning, I believe Nick said. We got a baseball lineup. We'll get to that in a moment. But right now, joining us on the Turner Home Team Live line, Jeff Nadu joins us today on Pirate Radio Live. Nadu, how you doing, man?
Pretty good. How are you guys?
Hey, doing good. And a good week to have you on Friday because, Jeff, while we were setting it up, you said it's a great card for the weekend. And hell, it's the Final Four preview, it looks like. And we'll dive into some of those games with you. But I like to start ECU. Pirates coming off a heartbreaker on Wednesday night, a double overtime loss at home to Wichita State in which they were up by 4 points with like 15 seconds left. And they blew it, but they are on the road at Charlotte. Charlotte, I said this earlier in the show, kind of a good example of how things can change quickly. ECU was pretty good last year, 19 wins, swept Charlotte. This year, Charlotte's having a pretty good year, and the Pirates are near the basement in the American. I ask you about the American every week. It is not a good league, as we know, Jeff, but any thoughts on Charlotte ECU? And I'll ask you again, who's your favorite in the American? Is South Florida maybe going to pull away here?
Yeah, I mean, it sure looks like they will. I'll kind of touch on ECU first. Yeah, I mean, this is a game, I mean, you obviously should win. I mean, Charlotte's pretty bad. ECU's kind of shown some semblance recently of being a legitimate basketball team, at least offensively and defensively, if you want to find a basketball team. But this is also a revenge game, as you know. ECU lost the first matchup. The game ended up getting pretty close towards the end. Just couldn't find enough over the final 10. But two teams that I don't figure are going to be much of a factor as far as in the league. I mean, South Florida's really good. I think they passed the eye test. Definitely a team that I think can win, an NCAA tournament game. Which is what we have to start kind of looking at now. These teams are kind of making their ploys to be, a certain seed or whatever.
We've talked about it, Jeff. Does the American champ like an 11 or 12? Is that what you think?
Yeah, I would think. I mean, there's only going to be one team in, obviously. Yeah, I would say 12 seed, and I think they're a pretty dangerous 12 seed because, whenever you're a 5 seed, you're kind of a team who obviously is legitimately good from a power conference, but you struggle against the top upper echelon of your conference, i.e. a Tennessee, a Vanderbilt, a group who, Arkansas, teams that have struggled at times against kind of the top level teams. So, yeah, I think they're very capable. I don't think their coach is going to be there after this year. He's a guy who I think has to be the favorite at Syracuse, a team who is going to be without a coach. He's from that area. I think he'll be kind of the first guy you take a look at. They definitely passed the eye test, though. I think the only other team that I'd maybe have some interest in would be maybe a Florida Atlantic. Florida Atlantic, I thought, played them pretty well the other night in their building, just didn't have enough. They could be in a one-off game, a group maybe you keep an eye on, but it's definitely South Florida's to lose.
Jeff Nadu joining us, Turner Home Team Live Line. Great weekend of hoops. Let's start with tonight. Three games involving top 25 teams. St. Louis, who lost earlier this week, hosting VCU. Purdue, Indiana in a rematch from earlier. Purdue, a big home favorite. I think that's a revenge game. And then you've got Bowling Green at Miami of Ohio. Miami of Ohio only has 5 regular season games left. They are still undefeated. They are 8.5-point favorites tonight. Any thoughts on those games, Jeff, or anything else going on this Friday?
I'll just say quickly on Miami of Ohio, I'm looking forward and hoping they get to the NCAA tournament so an 11 seed or a 6 seed can absolutely whitewash them and score 100 points against them. They're the biggest fraud team I've seen in a long time. Just a complete joke. That said, they're 26-0. I guess you give them credit, but it's like a ninth grade team playing a bunch of fourth graders every night. As far as tonight, though, I did play VCU. I got 7.5 here. This one's down to 7, mostly across the board. I had it 5. I just think it's too high. I think VCU is legitimately good. They've won 10 in a row. They do a lot of good things on defense. They don't turn the ball over. They're good at the line, and they make their threes. So I felt like this is a tough game for St. Louis coming off a loss. Definitely going to run you off the three-point line. I think this is a game that VCU can hang around in. They were winning this game with 2 minutes to go a few weeks back, so I think they have a shot to keep this game within a few possessions. I took a shot there with them.
Jeff, let's go to Saturday. Arizona at Houston at 3 o'clock. For me, Houston's an auto bet. I just love watching them, love betting on them. Sucked the other night when they were 2.5-point dogs and lost by 3 against Iowa State. But I'll take that one because they have won me a lot this year. I'm seeing a number, 4.5 at home against Arizona. Is that too many points? Total 142.5. I love to go Houston and under, especially against a lesser competition. Maybe a little worried to do that with Arizona, but how about this showdown coming up?
Yeah, so I'm kind of just waiting for a number to kind of populate across most of the books that I have. I'm going to be looking at the under in this game for sure. Obviously, anytime Houston plays, as you alluded to, play very slow. They're a great defensive team. They're going to really wall off the paint. You're not going to get at the rim. And I think without Koa Pete, with an Arizona team that's really struggled to consistently make three-point shots and even take three-point shots, I think this is a tough matchup for them. Throw in the fact that they're on the road here. Houston's also a group that at times have been hard to watch offensively. Not necessarily, not at always. They're the worst team in the world offensively, but they do have those stretches. They still play really slow. They don't really want to shoot threes as much either, and they don't really make them, actually. So, yeah, I lean under. I think we're going to get a total around 140, 141. I'll have an eye on the under here for sure. I think this is like a 69-65 type of game.
All right, there's one top 5 matchup. Here's another, a very random late February, mid to late February game, non-conference, Michigan, Duke, a neutral site in D.C., and Michigan is the favorite. And Jeff, I haven't watched Michigan a lot this year. I followed their scores and saw that they were a pretty narrow favorite against Purdue on the road the other night, and I'm a little weary to go with a road team in a conference game like that, but I went with Michigan, and it was just a pretty easy wire-to-wire win, and I guess that gives them the right to be favorites against Duke coming up on Saturday. But how about that one? Total at 148.5 between the Wolverines and Blue Devils.
Yeah, I think unlike the other one, I think those are two teams that could possibly fall off the one line just with the scheduling that they have. But I mean, these two teams, other than a generational collapse, if you will, these are going to be 2 1 seeds. I mean, it's pretty clear. Duke has really no competition in their conference, and Michigan has answered every call for the most part, and they only have one game left that I really worry about. And if they lose it, it's not a game that's going to knock them off the 1 seed. I took Duke here plus 2.5. I just think at the end of the day, it's pretty hard to not be bigger than Michigan or to be bigger than Michigan, and Duke is. They can absolutely match the bigs that Michigan's going to throw at you. They have the best player on the court in this game. Their crowd travels. And I'll continue to kind of pick on hoping that Eli Cadeau is just not as good as what the opponent's going to throw out there. I still think he can be problematic. I do worry about their turnover issues. There's not a lot of wiggle room here. But if you're going to give me a bucket with Duke, I'm interested.
Jeff, earlier in the week, NC State clobbers North Carolina. And the Tar Heels have some injury issues, but it also looked like State just wanted it more. You can kind of see the body language of those teams the other night. North Carolina back on the road tomorrow at Syracuse. Not as good as an opponent, but North Carolina 2.5-point favorite. What do you think about the Tar Heels with the injuries they have right now? And what do you see for them tomorrow and the rest of the way?
Yeah, it's a dangerous game. Obviously, to me, though, you did make a good point about their kind of body language. There is talk that Visar could be back. I mean, they really need him. I mean, he's obviously important without Caleb Wilson. You have both of them out. All of a sudden, you have no rim protection. Syracuse is obviously a mess as well. Not really sure, kind of what they're doing. I'm not sure why you don't just get rid of Red Autry at this point. At least maybe you get some sort of kind of response over the last few weeks of the season. Maybe it lights a fire under you and you make a bit of a run. I mean, he's a dead dog coach. They have the talent there. I mean, Syracuse has some solid players. I just think they're poorly coached. He's Jerome Tang to me. I'd have gotten rid of him. I don't really quite understand. This is a weird game clip the first time they played. Syracuse.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they were getting completely destroyed. They were down 32 with 10 minutes to go and ended up losing by 10. So you remember.
They cut it to 6 at one. Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah. Caleb Wilson had 22 points in that game. Visar had 17. So you take them guys out of the lineup. I got to tell you, I kind of like Juice in this spot. I just don't think Carolina looks right now. Throwing, you got to go up to Syracuse, not an easy road trip in the ACC. I kind of like the Orange a little bit here.
And, man, things so volatile in the ACC. I mentioned it earlier, but you had, for example, NC State goes to SMU and wins. Louisville beats State by 40. SMU beats Louisville the other night. Carolina beats Duke, and then they lose to State by 25. I don't know if it's a sign of the times with these kind of new team every year, Jeff, and guys not playing together, or if it, has it always been this way? But, man, once you get outside the top 5 or 8, things are really volatile in these games.
Yeah, they are. I think you have to just kind of look at, I've always said, conference play to me is a lot easier because you can kind of ride things, jump off things.
Yeah.
A perfect example was the spot that, Kansas was in, the week of the 9th where they beat, Arizona without Peterson. He then comes back. You fade them the next game. It's just there are a lot of things you can kind of jump on. So, yeah, it's tough, but, it's gambling. That's how it works.
Fun weekend of hoops coming up. Jeff, any games? There are a lot more games we haven't discussed. Anything else you like coming up on the card?
Yeah, I would say I do kind of have some interest in UCLA for some reason. Something just tells me I like Mick Cronin. I think he's a great coach. I think he's misunderstood and in the wrong university. He needs to be on the East Coast, Midwest. I think a reunion at Cincinnati makes a lot of sense. Illinois coming in, this is a tough spot. Obviously, UCLA is right on the bubble. They could really use this game. Something tells me they can kind of hang around and stay in this game. I think Vandy's a good one as well against Tennessee. Vandy's obviously got a great player in Tanner. They might get Duke Miles back. They can really turn you over, and Tennessee's had some problems holding on to the basketball. But, yeah, you got to keep an eye on bubble games nowadays. Don't just bet a team because they're on the bubble. There's a reason they're on the bubble. They're not that good. So just kind of understand that. But, yeah, we're getting closer and closer. I'm actually working on getting some regional tickets for the Philadelphia game, so I'm pretty excited about that.
Nice.
I haven't been down to the tournament in a while. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to the next month or two here. A lot of good stuff coming up.
Good deal. Jeff, quick question. Are you raising your voice at me?
Are you raising your voice at me?
Mick Cronin, man. I can't get on board with Mick Cronin.
You can't. Yeah, see, I see, I've always saw a lot of myself in we're both kind of small. We like black women. We have
all right.
thought, so, yeah.
Similar, ideologies. Nadu, good stuff.
Spoken. I like that.
Yeah, good stuff, man. Appreciate you joining us. We will check in with you again next week. Good luck this weekend.
Yeah, you got it, guys. Have a good weekend.
There he is, Jeff Nadu. Outspoken, likes black women. We'll take a break, come back, wrap up hour number 2. Coming up hour 3, we got Morgan Ahlers. We've got Alex Harper. We'll talk some Pirate baseball. We got another USA goal, 5-0. Americans not playing with their food today, taking care of business against Slovakia. We'll wrap up hour 2, Pirate Radio Live, back after this.
Imagine the fun, boating and fishing with your family. Come find the boat of your dreams at the Greenville Boat Show and Sale this weekend at the Greenville Convention Center. Free parking, free admission for kids under 12. Hundreds of boats on display along with all your local dealers. It's more than a boat show, it's a boat sale. Imagine the fun, boating and fishing with your family. Come find the boat of your dreams at the Greenville Boat Show and Sale this weekend at the Greenville Convention Center. Free parking, free admission for kids under 12. Hundreds of boats on display along with all your local dealers. It's more than a boat show, it's a boat sale.
Pirate Nation, your dream home starts with Unshakable Builders. Now building in Sutherland Estates in Greenville and Dolostone Court in Wilson with homes available now. And stay tuned, Cross Creek Townhomes in Greenville and Whitaker Glen in Farmville are coming soon. Browse available homes, explore floor plans, and see past projects today at unshakablebuilders.com. Have questions? Use live chat, fill out the contact form, or call the office at 814-9105. Unshakable Builders, build on a solid foundation.
Beauty Bar MediSpa specializes in non-surgical aesthetics. Our expert team of licensed professionals are dedicated to offering personalized solutions. Allow us to introduce you to the Toro, an inclusive skin revitalizing laser treating hyperpigmentation as well as tattoo removal, and the detoxifying carbon laser facial, perfect for acne-prone skin, with 10% off our hydrofacial services. Not sure where to start? We offer free consultations giving you the opportunity to ask questions and create a personalized plan just for you. Call Beauty Bar MediSpa today or book online at beautybarmedispa.com. 1021 Red Banks Road, Greenville. Go Pirates!
I'm Sam Jones, and for more than 3 generations, my folks have kept the fires burning for Eastern North Carolina Whole Hog Barbecue. At Sam Jones, you'll find our smokehouse pumping out wood-fired meats, cooked fresh every single day. There are no freezers at our place. Everything, and we mean everything, is made fresh daily, including our sides, sweets, and sauces. Stop in and see us, and I bet you'll be able to taste our passion in just one bite. At Sam Jones Barbecue, you'll find plenty of smoke, but no mirrors.
At Children's Health Services, we understand the importance of your child's well-being. This is Dr. Chris Osmick, and our mission is to provide comprehensive, patient-centered health care through every stage of child development, starting the day they are born in the hospital. We are not just here to treat illnesses. We are here to partner with you on your child's health journey. Schedule an appointment today to build a brighter, healthier world for your children.
Hey everybody, this is Parker Bird. Visit our friends at Children's Health Services on Arlington Boulevard on 10th Street and at childrenshealthservices.org. Go Pirates!
Hey Pirate fans, D&D Advertising has the new 2026 baseball schedules ready, and you can pick them up at these fine business locations: Orthotics and Prosthetics, Enjoy Thrift Stores, Farmville Methodist Church, Pirate Towing, University Vape and Tobacco, Coastal Medical Transport, WB Denton LLC Landscape, Mosquito Joe of Eastern North Carolina, Chicago Custom Tattoo, Holden Temporaries, Midas Auto Repair, Streak Free Cleaning Service, Richards Building Supply, Dumpster It Now, Rude Boy Small Engine Repair, More Lawn Care, Rezzy's Perfect Pancakes, and Legacy Park Apartments. Please patronize these fine businesses as they are an asset to the community. D&D Advertising Enterprises is not licensed, affiliated with, or endorsed by any university, sports institution, or program unless specifically stated in writing. No proceeds from any of the funds collected for your ad will be given to any educational institution or sports team. We are not responsible for any schedule changes made after printing.
You've had your new computer a few years now, but lately it's been running super slow, acting strange, and you're worried about viruses and losing data.
This is driving me mad!
Let the experts at University PC Care in Greenville and New Bern professionally diagnose your Mac or PC to see what's really going on. They'll determine the root cause and not just symptoms, so you don't waste money fixing the wrong issues. Call 252-558-1280 for in-store or remote service, or make an appointment online at universitypccare.com.
Ahoy, Pirate Nation. This is Lady Pirate Marissa, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. The Pirate Radio app is available now. Powered by Carolina Caliber. Download the app today and have Pirate Radio at your fingertips. Now, back to the show.
And welcome back in. Michaels and Gateway Family and Cosmetic Dentistry has been Greenville's premier dental practice for over 40 years. Their mission is to provide exceptional dental care with compassion, integrity, and innovation, ensuring every patient leaves with a healthy, confident smile. Visit them at 2330 Hemby Lane in Greenville or call 752-1600. Now let's take it back in for the wrap-up of Hour 2. Here's Clip.
All right, just put it in. Con Knipple, 4+ 3-pointers tonight, plus 115. Also got the Pirates plus 1.5 at plus money. So even if East Carolina loses by a run, you win that bet, or if they win outright. But I got the Pirates plus 1.5 because I'm expecting Ethan Norby to put on a show. And Brandon Manning always talks about that, Pirate bats don't like cold weather. Well, no excuses today. It is beautiful. It is nice and mild outside. So hopefully Pirate bats can put together a good performance against what I'm sure will be a really good Tar Heel pitching.
I don't care about the weather. I can't control the weather. Don't want to talk about the weather.
Fair enough. Starting lineup for the Pirates. Batting first in left, Braden Burris. What? Austin Irby hitting second.
What?
You going to do that every time?
Might.
Playing first base. Jack Herring will be in right.
What?
Grady Linehan in center.
What?
Davin Whitaker has had a good week. He'll be the DH hitting fifth.
What?
Kobe Wallace back at third base.
What?
Hitting sixth. What? Batting seventh, getting the start at catcher, Michael Kalinich. Carlos Yakome. Once again, I've heard it a lot of different ways. Apparently, Jarrett asked Cliff Godwin about it and said that his name is Carlos. So we'll just call him Carlos. Los hitting eighth at second base. Nick Parham at short, hitting ninth. And Ethan Norby, the lefty, on the mound for the 2-3 Pirates, taking on the 5-0 North Carolina Tar Heels. Game 1 coming up in Greenville. Game 2 on Saturday will be in Durham. And then Game 3 will be in Chapel Hill. Hunter, I don't think I'm going to read that. Jamie says he's talking about Nadu picks. He checks his site because he will post a bet to play. Nadu likes the Houston, Arizona under. I'll probably be tailing that, and I always take the Cougars as well. But really looking forward to that tomorrow. Duke, Michigan should be good, and I will be in Minges at 1 o'clock for ECU and Rice.
What section are you going to be in?
I don't know. I'll probably go to my old trusty 213.
213.
It'll be my first time in Minges this season. That's crazy.
It's the first time I got to pay for a ticket all year, so I don't know where I'm going to be yet.
I think I might know your answer to this, but as an ECU super fan, if I could guarantee you one, would you rather have a sweep over North Carolina, a men's win at Charlotte, or a women's win against Rice tomorrow? What would you pick?
I don't know. It's a tie between the sweep. Yeah, it's definitely a
tie. Tie
between the Tar Heels getting swept and the women winning.
Okay. Well, this is sports talk radio. We don't do ties, so pick one.
Give me the women. The boys have a long season ahead of them.
I hear you. Now, I think the smartest thing to do would be take the men's win because the other two have a better chance of happening than us. Well, I don't know if that's true because the men have played good on the road.
Yeah, I was about to say. And they're playing Charlotte, so there's going to be an added heat to it as well from the rivalry.
My thought is I would go baseball sweep because I want this team to host a regional, and that would completely wipe out the 2 losses to Xavier and Campbell. If you sweep North Carolina, you're right back in awesome position to do that. And I still think the women could lose and still get a top 2 seed, which would give them the double bye into the semis.
They are in control of their own destiny for the 2. It's that they're going to need to beat Rice and get some outside help if they want to get the 1 seed.
And that doesn't matter. 1 or 2 is the same. Pretty much.
And the 1 seed the last 2-3 years has been out first game.
Yeah.
So it's probably best to get the girls active as quickly as possible in Birmingham.
Again, Jackson, 1 and 2 get the same bye. It doesn't matter.
They do? Oh.
Yeah. You get a bye to the semis. So as much as I'd love to see a win in person tomorrow in Minges, I would go for the sweep over North Carolina because, again, it would get you right back in the the regional hunt and all that and get folks excited. So, yeah, give me the sweep. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back hour 3. We'll check in with Morgan Ahlers, Harp, and more coming up on Pirate Radio Live as we continue on a beautiful Friday in Greenville. Back after this.
Saturdays are your day to kick back, relax, and have fun. That's why Ottavola Market Cafe is the perfect place to go for dinner, drinks, and takeout. Ottavola is open every Saturday at 4 p.m. on the bar side, serving a special selection of menu favorites of appetizers, pastas, and specialty pizzas. Whether it's dine-in, takeout, or drinks with friends, Ottavola is the best choice every Saturday starting at 4 o'clock. Visit OttavolaMarket.com to see what's new, and visit Ottavola on Red Banks Road every Saturday starting at 4. Pirates supporting pirates.
Hey Pirate Nation, are you in the market for a member-focused local credit union or making a switch from your existing one? Then explore First Flight Credit Union with branches across Eastern North Carolina where all residents are membership eligible. First Flight members experience in-person service, competitive savings, and loan rates. Everything from automobile, boat, and home loans, First Flight has you covered. First Flight is more than just a branch. They're on a mission to take better care of our community. Stop by one of their local branches today or visit efirstflight.com. First Flight is insured by the NCUA and an equal housing lender.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of the Pirates in ENC. Open at noon 7 days a week with live music. Come enjoy sports trivia with me, Clip Rock, every Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday, it's live local acoustic night, along with line dancing from 7 to 9 on Wednesday. Thursday, there's a brand new lineup with Singo starting at 8, followed by karaoke with DJ Dog. Ladies and free both Friday and Saturday nights with the best local bands in the area. Finish the weekend with free games and DJ Kids Scene.
Y'all come get bucked up.
Looking for your new favorite hangout spot? Come on down to the Doghouse Tavern, Aiden's veteran-owned crown jewel on 2nd Street. From open mic Mondays to music bingo Thursdays, there's always something happening. Enjoy daily drink specials, one of the best bar menus around, and live music that'll keep you coming back for more. Grab your friends, kick back, and support local at the Doghouse Tavern. Check us out on Facebook to see what's on tap this week. The Doghouse Tavern, where good times and great vibes live.
College is hectic, but where you live shouldn't be. At Pirates Cove, you get your own quiet space and private bathroom. With 2 pools, a fitness center, EV chargers, the only student property with a new soccer mini pitch field, a business room for focus, and a quick ride to campus. No dorms, no drama, just the lifestyle you're looking for. Pirates Cove isn't just where you stay, it's where you live.
If you're looking to make someone's day a little sweeter, Nothing Bundt Cakes has the perfect treat. From our bite-sized buntinis to our delicious 8 and 10-inch bundt cakes, every cake is baked fresh daily and topped with our signature cream cheese frosting. Birthdays, celebrations, office treats, or just because. There's always a reason for a bundt cake. Come see us in Greenville in the Law Promenade Shopping Center near Longhorn and let us help you share a little joy, one bundt at a time. Nothing Bundt Cakes. Make life a little sweeter every day.
Winter is here, but Stroud's Marine in Greenville is still your go-to spot for your boat projects and repairs. Now's the perfect time to get your boat ready for when the warm weather comes. Don't wait till spring. They've got you covered with outboard parts at great prices. Plus, they're running clearance sales on select items, so you can get ready for next season without breaking the bank. Stay up to date with the latest deals, parts, and promotions by following them on social media. Stop by the shop at 865 Rivet Street in Greenville. For more information, head to StroudsMarine.com. Strouds Marine, your best source for salvaged outboard parts.
This is Dr. Christopher McDowell from Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center. Our practice has been caring for athletes at ECU and the residents of Eastern North Carolina for more than 35 years. Whether it's time for your sports injury or it's time for that joint replacement, Orthopedics East provides the latest in operative and non-operative orthopedic care. We also offer on-site physical therapy and MRI services, as well as walk-in urgent care on the weekends from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. For experience and professional care, call us at 757-BONE or visit us online at orthoeast.com. Go Pirates!
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, W224EI Greenville, WDLX Washington, and W281CH Washington. listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Carolina Eagle Distributing, celebrating 150 years of Budweiser all year long. This Bud's for you from Carolina Eagle, serving the Pirate Nation since 1989. Now, back to the show.
And welcome back in. You would do anything to keep your family safe. Don't leave safety to chance with national companies or do-it-yourself systems. SCI Technologies has recently merged with High-Tech Communications to become North Carolina's premier security, audio, and fire alarm provider. They have the most cost-effective solutions for your home or business's security and life safety needs. Call SCI Technologies today at 321-7006. Now let's take it back in for the start of this final hour. Here's Clip.
All right, back with you, Pirate Radio Live. Get to Morgan Ahlers in just a second. Harp's here. What's up, Alex?
What's up, big dog?
And we got Dr. Chris McDowell from Orthopedics East coming up later on. He went one-on-one with Ellerby. So a busy hour 3 as we will also keep you updated on what's going on with East Carolina and North Carolina. A beautiful day for baseball in Greenville. Beautiful day to be at the beach as well. Morgan Ahlers joins us on the Turner Home Team Live line. What's up, Morgan?
What's going on, Clipper?
Nothing much. Busy weekend for ECU athletics. Were you in Minges on Wednesday night?
Yes, I was.
Oh, man.
I was.
Mike Schwartz called it one of the most painful losses in his career, definitely in his time at ECU. And Morgan, it's been a struggle this year, but, man, they let one slip away the other night.
Yeah, they did. You know, they were up by, I think, 3 or 4, 4 points regulation with, under 20 seconds or so to go, and the kid hits a 3-pointer, gets fouled, makes it 4, ties it up. East Carolina can't convert, go to overtime, and, go up in both overtimes. And, it's just one of those things. It's just a heartbreaking loss for the Pirates. I felt really bad for them, felt bad for everybody there that night. It was a tough one.
They will be at Charlotte coming up this weekend. I will be in Minges coming up on Saturday to see the ECU women take on the Rice Owls. Would love Alex and Addison to go if they are available.
I would love to go,
but
I'm going to be in Durham.
You're going to be in Durham.
The Diamond Pirates play.
That'll be game 2 of that series. Morgan, how about Rice? The Rice women come in here winners of 18 in a row. Kim McNeil's team has won 20 this year, second place. Good little showdown coming up in Minges on Saturday.
Yeah, it's kind of cool to have that kind of potential atmosphere for basketball here with Coach McNeil and her squad playing really good basketball. And who'd have thought the Pirates, the Owls, going to be competing possibly for first place in the conference, and who'd have thunk it?
Who'd have thunk it?
Good for the girls. They're out there playing their tails off. Congratulations.
Yeah, they are playing well this year. And again, Kim McNeil brought it up. We talked to her on Thursday that Pirates are trying to get one of those top 2 spots. It's a new format this year in the conference tournament. Automatically go to the semifinals if you are the 1 or 2 seed. So that is a huge advantage for Rice, who's going to be there, and probably East Carolina as well, as they sit in second place right now. Alex mentioned baseball, about to throw out the first pitch. Big series, Morgan. Good to see the Bats get going on Wednesday against Northern Illinois, and now got the boys from Chapel Hill wearing the baby blue at Clark LeClaire Stadium today. 3-game series beginning against the Tar Heels.
Yeah, that's going to be a big one for the Pirates. It's going to hopefully they can keep those bats going. Carolina is really strong. They've got a deep pitching staff and really powerful offensive staff. Firepower behind them, and it's going to be a tough one for the Pirates. And hopefully they can go out there tonight with Ethan Norby on the mound and take care of business and put yourself in position to win, and don't put yourself in situations that cause you to lose the game, meaning errors and walks, that kind of thing. If you play your best baseball, you got a shot. But if you give Carolina too many opportunities, it could be a long weekend for the Pirates. Just going to see what East Carolina team shows up. I think it's going to be the good Pirates.
Morgan, I know it is a long season, and the season just started, but some people may think that we have not got off to the start that we would like. What would you like to see from ECU this weekend, or is there any result that you would want to see to have confidence in this team moving forward?
I think you need to be competitive. I think if you and being realistic, I'm not trying to be a naysayer, but I think if you can go out and worst case come out of this 1-2, Obviously best case 3-0, but if you can go 2-1, I think you've had a tremendous weekend because, like I said, the Tar Heels are a very, very good baseball team. They're a lot of people have predicted them to be a top 10, top 8 team, super regional host, that kind of thing. They're deep in the bullpen and, just they can swing the bat. I think East Carolina's got to go out and they've got to play error-free baseball. They got to go out and do some things they haven't done up to now. Again, it's early. You're not going to write the season off, but if you go 0-3 and you don't show up in any of those games, you're going to hear the naysayers naysaying. But I think if you go out there and you can compete and play the kind of baseball that we expect at East Carolina, the kind of baseball Coach Cliff Godwin expects at East Carolina, I think we're going to be okay.
All right, Pirates get the first two quick outs of the game, and Ethan Norby strikeout, fly out to left, and no score early on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by Da Buck. Morgan Ahlers joining us, Turner Home Team Live Line. In addition to all the great ECU athletics going on over the weekend, you got two top 5 matchups in college basketball tomorrow. Arizona at Houston and also Duke and Michigan playing at a neutral site. So great sports weekend, Morgan, and hope you enjoy yourself.
Well, today we decided this is the last weekend I've got off for quite a while, it seems like. So let's go out to Nags Head, the Outer Banks, spend the weekend. And so we got on the ferry. It was supposed to leave at 10 o'clock this morning. The fog had them delayed for an hour. So we got over here an hour. And now we're going to take the 3:30 ferry from Ocracoke to Hatteras. And the earliest we're probably going to get on a ferry now is 6:30. So been sitting in line since 2:30 this afternoon. So, yeah, it's beautiful. I'm seeing sand dunes.
All right. Hurry up and wait. Morgan Ahlers today. All right, Morg. Appreciate you joining us, man.
All right, guys. You have a great weekend and go Pirates.
See you, Coach.
There is Morgan Ahlers, Turner Home Team Live Line. Alex Harper with a classic radio host move. And I meant to do more of this as Ethan Norby strikes out his second batter of the game and the Tar Heels go down 1-2-3 in the first. You said, Morgan, how did you word it? Some people think... or whatever.
Some people think that the start to this season has not been ideal. And that's not what I said, but that's the thought I was trying to form in my head.
And I want to start doing more of that where I say, like, people are saying that Jackson's a terrible producer. Like,
some people, not me.
Right. But people are saying that.
No.
Like, people are saying Alex Harper...
People are saying...
Are you raising your voice at me?
I'm not raising my voice at you.
People are saying that they watched both games of the doubleheader against Xavier on their couch in their living room and were absolutely disgusted, and then wanted to watch the Campbell game and then was told you had to pay for that and said, that's ridiculous, I'm not, and then saw they lost anyway and got even more upset. Some people are saying that's happened.
This stuff. Yeah.
That wasn't me.
Correct.
I've had faith the whole time.
I'm definitely going to start going with the people are saying more because I can't remember what I was watching, but it was an interview where the guy clearly didn't want to give his thoughts, but he was giving his thoughts, and he just kept saying people are saying. I was like, that is genius, man.
Because it takes all responsibility out of the statement.
Yeah.
Like, people are saying that this show's terrible and no one should listen. Not me. This is a great show.
You would never say that, but people are saying it. Quick update. And I think, who brought this up earlier? Was it, Nadu brought up Jerome Tang's name. Jerome Tang, who we brought up last week on the show, he was the guy that said that he was in. Do we have the Hey, look up Jerome Tang. I don't know. Do you know how to add a clip?
Yeah, hold on.
It might be up there from last week.
What's his name again?
Jerome.
Jerome.
Jerome. Okay. People are saying that should be easy to understand.
Well,
people are saying
we might have multiple Jeromes.
Stop talking and look up Jerome Tang.
I'm looking.
He had some comments about his players after a loss, a 91-62 loss to Cincinnati. And I had comments about his comments. I want to use them in his own words because we have an update on the Jerome Tang story. We're starting to get into later in the college basketball season, and a lot of these coaches are about to lose their mind. Bill Self's doing a great job of not losing his mind with the whole the freshman they have playing that like takes himself out of games and stuff. But I feel like he's going to lose his mind soon. Mick Cronin, Lost his mind. So here was Jerome Tang last week. His comments after the Cincinnati game.
Hey, I'm gonna honor Christ like I always do. Blessed to do this, but this was embarrassing. These dudes do not deserve to wear this uniform. There will be very few of them in it next year. I'm embarrassed for the university. I'm embarrassed for our fans, our student section. You know, it is just ridiculous. We got practice at 6 a.m. tomorrow morning, and we will get this thing right. I have no answer, no words. So y'all got 2 questions. So whoever want to ask 2 questions, I'll answer them to the best of my ability right now. But right now, like I'm like pissed, and this is all right. Questions.
All right, that was Jerome
Dude,
Tang.
if I was in press row for that, I would raise my hand and be like, "So, Coach, what'd you have for lunch?" Just waste everybody.
Are you raising your voice at me?
I had a ham sandwich, and it sucked, and I'm pissed. So
the season's over for them. By the way, this is Kansas State. The season's over. Just pack it up.
Well, or they fired Jerome Tang. And my question after that was, are you going to be around to say who and who's not going to be in a uniform next year? And I guess the answer to that question is no. And they fired him. So here's the you know how it gets now, Alex. What about the buyout and all that stuff? $18.7 million buyout. But they dismissed him with cause. And the cause...
They fired him, actually?
Yes. He's gone.
Sorry, that's not funny. He has a family, probably.
I think he's doing all right, and he can get another job. Hell, he might be here next year. Who knows? But they fired him with cause because they said he made comments, I guess, detrimental to the school or university, and they're using those comments as the, I guess, evidence for that. So that we're in a really tricky spot here. Lawyers are going to be involved with that $18.7 million contract buyout.
So what was the term that you just used? It was detrimental to the brand.
That's what I read. Yeah.
Because technically, like, that's not incorrect. Because I said the season's done, like half jokingly. That locker room is complete. He's lost it completely.
Right. And
well,
that's
now he's
why,
fired, so he really lost the locker room. But, like...
That's why we get frustrated when things take a turn. And like with Mike Schwartz this year, he can't come out and say, man, these guys are not as good as I thought they were going to be. Like, he can't do that. The locker room will be ruined. And then, like you said, the season will be done.
And also... As a coach, it is your job to recruit and to make them earn wearing the uniform, make them deserve wearing the uniform. So, like, that does fall on you.
Yeah,
at the end of the day.
But I just thought that I just wanted to update this story because Jerome Tang made those comments, and I don't even know if he was at practice. I wonder what that 6 a.m. practice was like. By the way, did anybody show up? Was he fired?
Did he get, what day did this interview happen? And what day did he get fired?
I think the firing happened a couple of days later.
The interview itself, how we have it down.
Yeah, what date you got?
February 12th, 2026.
So, yeah, that would have been last Thursday,
yep.
Which the game would have been last Wednesday.
Yep. So they definitely had that 6 a.m. practice.
And this article, I think, said the 18th, which would have been just a couple of days later. But anyway, Jerome Tang out. But, yeah, blessed.
Trust in God.
He's blessed.
It sounds so beautiful. I want to give all the glory to God.
Let's take a break. We'll come back more with a Harp. Quick first inning at Clark LeClaire Stadium. You going out to the game today once you leave here?
I don't have a ticket. So, no.
Dude, do you know who you are?
I am nobody. I'm washed up.
Yeah. That some people are saying that. I think you could get a ticket out there, man.
I'll go watch that at the crib.
All right. But we'll talk about tomorrow. Big sports day. Harp in Durham, me and Minji's. Where will you be? We'll be back with more Pirate Radio Live after this.
Saturdays are your day to kick back, relax, and have fun. That's why Ottavola Market Cafe is the perfect place to go for dinner, drinks, and takeout. Ottavola is open every Saturday at 4 p.m. on the bar side, serving a special selection of menu favorites of appetizers, pastas, and specialty pizzas. Whether it's dine-in, takeout, or drinks with friends, Ottavola is the best choice every Saturday starting at 4 o'clock. Visit OttavolaMarket.com to see what's new, and visit Ottavola on Red Banks Road every Saturday starting at 4. Pirates supporting pirates.
Jeff Stein here at Brownwood Buick GMC. Pirate Nation, get ready. It's baseball season. You got hot dogs, apple pies, and GMCs. That's right, GMC 1500s. You got 0% or 20% off. $11,549 off when you have a trade-in, and we have over 50 to choose from. We have 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy only at Brown & Wood, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
Homeowners can face many challenges throughout this season, but our newest New Blue star, Dixon Williams, is here to slide in and save the day. Have a clog that's hitting a foul ball and nothing seems to be getting through? Dixon's fixing to get you flowing again. Feeling like your HVAC's in a slump? Dixon's sliding in to get your comfort back on track. Are swinging blind in a power outage? Dixon's delivering a power boost. So when problems arise, turn home strikeouts into home runs with New Blue, electric, plumbing, and air.
Attention Pirates and runners, be sure to join the fun Saturday, March 28th for the Pirate 10-miler, 4-miler, or Double Down Challenge. The road race starts and finishes at Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium and runs through the best of Greenville. Get in on all the action and reserve your spot at the starting line today. Sign up now at pirate10miler.com. Use the code Pirate Radio to save 15% off your race registration. That's pirate10miler.com, special code Pirate Radio. See you there, March 28th.
Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry has been Greenville's premier dental practice for over 40 years. I am Dr. Chris Gateway, and our mission at Michaels & Gateway is to provide exceptional dental care with compassion, integrity, and innovation, ensuring every patient leaves with a healthy, confident smile. Doctors Michaels & Gateway are committed to providing an outstanding patient experience with every visit. Not only do we offer all your dental needs under one roof, in most cases, we can take care of those needs on the same day. Bring your smile to us at Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry.
North Carolina State Parks invites you to enjoy camping your way. With the weather changing, booking your own cabin is the perfect solution for your camping getaway. Reserve campsites or cabins today at Jones Lake, Goose Creek, and Cliffs of the Neuse. Whether you enjoy traditional camping or air-conditioned cabins that can be rented with Wi-Fi, your next adventure can include hiking, beautiful scenery, and sunsets by the campfire. For information on booking a cabin, visit ncparks.gov.
If you're looking to make someone's day a little sweeter, Nothing Bundt Cakes has the perfect treat. From our bite-sized buntinis to our delicious 8 and 10-inch bundt cakes, every cake is baked fresh daily and topped with our signature cream cheese frosting. Birthdays, celebrations, office treats, or just because. There's always a reason for a bundt cake. Come see us in Greenville in the Law Promenade Shopping Center near Longhorn and let us help you share a little joy, one bundt at a time. Nothing Bundt Cakes. Make life a little sweeter every day.
Do you ever talk to yourself about where to eat today, and then you hear
Warren's hot dogs?
Then you're thinking, yeah, 2 hot dogs, chips, and a drink for $7.50 would be awesome.
Warren's hot dogs.
And maybe some homemade lemonade, perhaps a pizza or a sub, and definitely an apple or peach turnover.
Warren's hot dogs.
Don't overthink where to eat today. Go to Warren's Hot Dogs in Greenville across from Ron Ayers or in Chocowinity next to the fire station. Warren's Hot Dogs, serving the Pirate Nation since 1991. Go Pirates!
This is Chris Johnson, CJ2K. You listen to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Carolina Eagle Distributing, celebrating 150 years of Budweiser all year long. This Bud's for you from Carolina Eagle, serving the Pirate Nation since 1989. Now, back to the show.
And welcome back in. Tiebreakers is open every day at 11 a.m. and is the best place to watch your favorite sports while enjoying the best wings in town, sandwiches, appetizers, cold beer, and more. Follow Tiebreakers on Facebook and Instagram for daily updates. Tiebreakers, with 2 locations in Greenville at Bells Fork and Greenville Boulevard, and 1 in Winterville on Railroad Street. Now let's take it back in. Here's clip.
All right, the Tar Heels strike first, solo home run into the right field jungle. But now Ethan Norby does have 2 outs in the top of the second inning. 1-0 North Carolina over ECU on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard, presented by The Buck.
The Buck.
Harp will be in Durham coming up on Saturday. Harp, you excited?
I will. Please don't ask me for pictures or autographs, please. I'm going to be with my friends. I'm just trying to hang out.
Let the man enjoy some time in the public.
No, all jokes aside, it's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to have an adult beverage or 20 and watch ECU play baseball in the Durham Bulls Athletic Park, my former stomping grounds. Not Durham Bulls Athletic Park, but Durham in general.
You like that park?
It's a nice park. There's an unsponsored sports bar where they have like a patio, but the patio is in the left field fence.
Nice.
So you could go and eat there and watch the game for free.
I don't know if I haven't been to a game there, but I've seen the park. But I've never been to a Durham Bulls game. I will be in Minges Coliseum, East Carolina taking on Rice, 1 o'clock on Saturday. Jackson, we talked to Kim McNeil yesterday. Let's hear Kim McNeil on what she sees in Rice, the 49-second cut.
Yeah, I think the thing that really helps them do what they do is they return like 3 starters, and they got 2 kids that played major minutes for them off the bench in the starting lineup. So they have a lot of chemistry. There's no new kids in their starting lineup. So that helps, when it comes down to playing basketball and you've got 5 people on the floor. So those kids, they really know each other. They trust each other, and they play very, very well together. They're extremely disciplined. They don't make a lot of mistakes. They're kind of like us offensively, where all 5 people are threats to score the ball. They got 4 people in double figures, just like we do. I think the difference defensively is, they play scout defense. They don't really turn you over a whole lot, but they make it hard for you to score, being, in the gaps, not allowing you to go downhill, and they got really good size. So, just a lot of experience, very disciplined, and they just don't make a lot of mistakes.
That is Kim McNeil. You can hear her interview in its entirety on YouTube, Pirate Radio TV. Alex, your middle school basketball team just went undefeated and won a title, right?
Sure did.
How many
undefeated,
games?
never lost. 16-0.
16-0. Rice comes in tomorrow, winners of 18 in a row.
Okay.
Still got to get 2 more to catch.
Look, I'm happy to schedule 2 more games if there's another middle school that wants some action, but
congratulations, by the way.
Appreciate it, man. You want to know a bummer, not to derail the conversation? I was fully planning on actually cutting the nets down, and me and the other coach talked about it in front of the AD. That was a mistake. Apparently, cutting the nets down is against the rules, and the reason is they say it's a safety issue because a kid could fall off the ladder. I'm not even joking whatsoever. I was like, why is that a rule? And he said, because if a kid falls off the ladder, we are financially liable for their care.
Yeah, and then the scissors go in the eye, and it's a whole thing.
I'm like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Kids are vaping in the bathroom and fighting each other in the cafeteria, but we're worried about winning a championship and cutting the nets down. But whatever.
Alex, as soon as that kid gets on the ladder, it's Jeff Hardy time. It's straight up.
Not Jeff Hardy time. It's Money in the Bank time. I'm pushing the ladder over to go cut the net down myself.
Hey, look, not that I need to tell you this, but school's out. Everybody's gone home. Basketball team goes to the gym. You have your own net cutting.
Oh, like a Jim Valvano type beat? Like just show up and we're going to practice. We're going to practice cutting the nets down.
That's congratulations to you.
Thank you, man. I did not much, but I had a great time doing
Tyler said it's not in the budget. Pay for another net. Honestly, I thought that's what you were going to say. And you could buy another net, but the safety issue, I did not see that coming.
No, the budget's another problem. We didn't have ice for our water the last 3 games because our ice machine broke. Nobody has come to fix it yet.
All right.
Absolutely nobody is interested in what I'm talking about right now.
I was going to do an ice joke, but it might not be appropriate.
No, that's fine.
So I was just bypassed it.
You can tell me off the air.
I don't even want to tell you off there.
All right.
I don't want to tell you at all. Alex will be at baseball tomorrow. I'll be at basketball right now. Cliff Godwin being shown on the TV as the Pirates trail 1-0 to North Carolina. Alex, what else going on in the world of sports? You following anything else?
Olympic gold medal game for the Pitt ice hockey is Sunday morning at 8 a.m. Disgusting. I mean, I'm saying that assuming that we don't blow the lead to.
I think it's over, right?
6-2.
Good Lord.
Who are we playing? I know
Slovakia.
Slovakia. Well, I knew we were up 5-0 at one point. So, assuming we don't blow that lead, we'll be in the gold medal game, correct? Or we got another one before then?
Nah, that's it. That's the gold medal game. Nick said he was not going to be up for it. You were lying. You'll wake up for that. So are you, right?
I'm the same way. I'm saying absolutely not, but I probably will watch the gold medal game. I unfortunately couldn't watch the women's gold medal game, and that was incredible.
Awesome goal to end it.
Yeah.
That was phenomenal to watch in overtime, extra period, whatever, extra time.
Overtime, yeah.
I think it's soccer. But they get the win over Canada, the Canada women. How about the Canada men had to come back today? Did you see that? They were trailing to Finland.
Not. Really?
Had to come back to win. They were down 2-0.
So you're saying there's a chance?
I think so. What do you think the line's going to be? Like Canada minus
for a gold game,
180 or something like that? 150? 130? Is it that even, you think? So, Nick thinks it is.
Is Sidney Crosby out, too? I mean, he's not not Connor McDavid. But
we got a sprinkler on. There's a sprinkler on.
Oh, no.
Sprinklers on. That's gonna.
Cliff Godwin definitely pulled some strings.
Yeah.
I don't like how this game started. Just turn them on. Buffalo Wild Wings commercial.
The momentum was bad. And
sorry, they're not sponsored. That one commercial about the wing place.
Well done, Alex. Thank you for drawing more attention to it. Some people are saying they don't have good food unless they want to sponsor here at Pirate Radio.
Yeah, that place sucks.
Cliff wondering what the hell's the sprinkler is just going. Hey, can we cut that off, guys? It's still going.
The shot of Cliff Godwin looking at it like he's pretending to be mad at this is hilarious.
You think it's an inside job?
Yes, 100%.
Is it just that one? Okay,
it's literally just that one.
No, it's still.
Oh no, there's one by second base too,
but that one's out.
So it looks like all of them went off in the infield, but 2 of them have gone off and 1 of them is still on.
So you said all of them went off and then 2 of them went off, which brings up the question: do you cut the air up or down?
On.
Okay, it's on. Now do you cut it up or down?
I cut it on and cut it off. What do you mean up or down?
Like the thermostat. Like, or how do you say if you're?
So I cut it on.
All right, so you're hot.
Cut it off.
You're hot. What do you tell Addison to do?
Turn it up or turn it down.
So if you're hot,
I'm talking about the temperature. So if it's hot, we got to turn the AC down.
Turn it down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even though I know like the AC is making it cold. So if you turn the AC down, it would really make it warmer. This is a great segment.
I know.
I love coming to this show.
All right. The sprinklers are off. Hey, there's what y'all doing? Y'all got a hot date?
I have no idea. I didn't even know she was coming here.
Yeah. I am hungry, man.
Me too. I don't know what I'm doing.
I might get a steak. I might go to the grocery store. It's a good steak night, man.
Mm-hmm.
Weather's nice. Watch the ball game. Pull the ball game up. All right, Harp. We'll let you go.
All right, man.
Or you can hang. You can hang and watch baseball. It's up to you.
I'll probably do that for a little bit.
All right. We got Dr. Chris McDowell and his chat with Ellerby coming up when we return Pirate Radio Live on a Friday. We get back with you after this time out. Doug Henry of Greenville is your premier used car dealership with over 300 vehicles to choose from and brand new inventory arriving daily to take care of all your needs. Doug Henry offers the best selection of used cars around, and it's easy to find right on the corner of Greenwood Boulevard and Memorial Drive. You can also find them at DougHenryofGreenville.com. Right on the corner and always right on the price. Doug Henry of Greenville. The stifling heat of summer, the bitter cold of winter. What do they have in common? The extreme temperatures of both force your home's heating and cooling system to work overtime to keep you comfortable. And that can cost you a lot of money. Fortunately, your neighbors at Greenville Utilities have several ways you can save energy, and that means saving you money on your utility bills. Just go to GUC.com and look for ways to save. That's GUC.com. After years in the making, the new Papa John's Pan Pizza recipe is ready. Introducing a new pan pizza with edge-to-edge cheese and toppings, a crispy garlic Parmesan crust, and 6 cheeses. It's the perfect balance of a soft, fluffy interior dough and a crispy crust. You'll agree this pan pizza was worth the wait. Order the new pan pizza today from your local Papa John's. Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's.
CopyPro, the professional office systems people, have been serving Eastern North Carolina since 1971. From Greenville to Wilmington, businesses trust CopyPro for reliable technology, award-winning service, and top brands like Konica Minolta and Ricoh. Need multi-function printers, document management, or network solutions? CopyPro delivers powerful tools backed by certified technicians and a team dedicated to your success. CopyPro, professional people, professional systems, powerful results. Visit copypro.net or call 756-3175 today.
When it comes to building or remodeling your home, every detail matters. Hi, this is Kathy Herring with KDL Construction, and we believe great design begins with careful planning and ends with flawless execution. With open communication and a true partnership mindset, we guide you through every step, turning your vision into reality. Our goal, to deliver more than a building project. We create an experience that is seamless, stress-free, and inspiring. Visit KDLConstructionLLC.com to start your transformation today. KDL Construction, your vision, our craft.
Winter is here, but Stroud's Marine in Greenville is still your go-to spot for your boat projects and repairs. Now's the perfect time to get your boat ready for when the warm weather comes. Don't wait till spring. They've got you covered with outboard parts at great prices. Plus, they're running clearance sales on select items, so you can get ready for next season without breaking the bank. Stay up to date with the latest deals, parts, and promotions by following them on social media. Stop by the shop at 865 Rivet Street in Greenville. For more information, head to StroudsMarine.com. Stroud's Marine, your best source for salvaged outboard parts.
It's bow time.
Finally, lunchtime. I'm starving.
What's that?
This is the Bojangler from Bojangles.
With the same bold flavor as their chicken?
The same.
And fries.
The same.
Huh. Well, I've got a PB&J.
Yeah, that's not the same.
A crispy fish fillet dusted in Bo's famous seasoning. With cheese and tartar sauce on a fluffy bun, the Bojangler's back. Hook one while you can. It's bow time.
College is hectic, but where you live shouldn't be. At Pirates Cove, you get your own quiet space and private bathroom. With 2 pools, a fitness center, EV chargers, the only student property with a new soccer mini pitch field, a business room for focus, and a quick ride to campus. No dorms, no drama, just the lifestyle you're looking for. Pirates Cove isn't just where you stay, it's where you live.
This is Marcus Crandall, former ECU Pirate and Grey Cup champion. And you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Carolina Eagle Distributing, celebrating 150 years of Budweiser all year long. This Bud's for you from Carolina Eagle, serving the Pirate Nation since 1989. Now, back to the show.
And welcome back in. Where do you find the best selection of pre-owned vehicles in Eastern North Carolina? DriveHereNow.com. DriveHereNow.com is fully stocked with an excellent selection of SUVs, cars, and trucks. Whether you are looking to upgrade or to get a vehicle for a new driver, get shopping today at DriveHereNow.com. DriveHereNow.com, supporting the Pirates for over 48 years. Now let's take it back in. Here's clip.
Pirates got a hit on one of the weirdest hits you will see. Foul ball rolls fair, but that's immediately followed by a line drive double play to the shortstop. Tar Heels come up in the top of the 3rd inning, and we got another solo home run. It is 2-0 North Carolina with the lead over East Carolina in the third inning on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by the Buck. All right, Wes Hines coming up in our last segment. We get Wes on for a few minutes, but right now, let's hear Ellerby's chat with Dr. Chris McDowell from Orthopedics East. Here is their conversation.
All right, welcome back in. Pirate Radio Live special guest in Studio C today. Got Dr. Chris McDowell from Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center. They are the official team's physicians of the ECU Pirates. Dr. McDowell, thanks for taking some time and joining us today.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Glad to be here.
You've been in Greenville for a while. You've got you guys handle the team when unfortunately injuries happen, but that's life, number one. That's sports, number two, and you help get the players back up and running. You also help obviously the general public here in Eastern North Carolina get well as well. What's it like being the team physician for the ECU Pirates and just being the doctor in general that helps people get better?
Yeah, I've been here about 5 years now. Our practice has certainly been taking care of East Carolina a lot longer than that, and we've been in the official capacity for at least 7 or 8 years, if not a little bit longer, but certainly have had a long-standing relationship with our practice over at Ortho East and East Carolina, and they've been good to us. And it's exciting. It's never the same. Each time we go out there, it's always something a little bit different. It really just keeps us involved, and it's fun. Having a little bit of a background on myself, I played football in college over at Citadel, and so it's allowed me to stay around athletics, and it's been fun being around the athletes.
Do you remember when you were playing at the Citadel? Did you ever have an injury and someone came and helped you? And did that ever inspire you to be in the position you are today?
Fortunately, I got lucky. I never went down on the field. Certainly spent a long time in the training room. Every day I was in there, and so a lot of respect to those guys. That we get some of the credit, but the athletic trainers certainly are really in the trenches in the day-to-day aspect of getting them back and once we get a good diagnosis. But yeah, fortunately, I was able to get through college without any major injury, just some bumps and bruises.
Give us a little history of your career, Citadel football player, and then I know you've spent some time with the Boston Red Sox and stuff, but kind of bridge the gap here of where Chris McDowell has come from to where he is now.
Yeah, I always had an interest in medicine. My mom was a nurse anesthetist, so she was always involved in putting people to sleep, and so that's what sparked my interest. And then as I kind of listened to her talk about what she did, I knew I wanted to be somewhere in that realm. And as my sports career kind of took off, I started paying more attention and would see athletes get hurt and injured, and really I found myself kind of guided towards, they got hurt. When did they come back, and how did that happen? And so that really just sparked my interest in like a sports medicine aspect, being an orthopedic surgeon. And so really got interested in not only the injury, but the surgery and the rehab after that. And so once I finished playing at Citadel, worked for a couple years just as I was getting in through medical school, went to medical school in Spartanburg. That brought me to my residency in South Jersey. And we had a good opportunity up there working with some of the Rothman physicians who were kind of the Philadelphia sports team physicians, and a lot of other good local high schools around that area. And that led me to a orthopedic sports fellowship at UMass. And with that, we were with some of the smaller schools in town, but also the AAA Red Sox, and we were there day to day. So all aspects of professional, collegiate, and even the high school athletes. It just, you see a different spectrum, but everyone's kind of the same.
We always talk about game day with coaches and players, but what's game day like for the team physician? And when you start to what I know you don't want to work that day,
Correct,
but
yes.
What's a day like for you on a game day?
I tell people all the time I much prefer just standing there watching the game close up and never having to step on the field or the court. Typically our game day, we're usually there about 2 hours beforehand, making sure there's nothing that we need to be addressed before the game or reevaluating any of the players that may have gotten hurt since we had last seen them. And then we're there kind of at the players and coaches beck and call. If something happens, we're running out on the field to evaluate them and make some game time decisions. And oftentimes it's just, hey, football's a violent sport. It's let's make sure everything's okay. Let's check them out in the tent. 90% of the time it's hey, you're okay. Let's get back out there. We'll reevaluate you later. Every once in a while we have to make some real decisions, and and unfortunately that means the athlete's not going back on the field. But usually it's something pretty, we try to protect the athletes from themselves, and that's usually what we're doing.
Who are you communicating with during the game when there's an injury that does happen?
Yeah, most of our communications with the athletic training staff, and so if you ever see us running out on the field, there's usually one or two athletic trainers that are in front of us, and they're kind of leading the charge, leading the evaluation, and then we're there to kind of supplement it. They certainly spend every day with these athletes. They know their ins and outs. They know their injury history backwards and forwards, and so we're relying on them to give us a pretty fast history if they've hurt their knee before in the past, and kind of where we're at, and we're evaluating it in real time and making some decisions.
Do all the players, I guess, they know you're the team physician? Are they coming up and asking you questions like at times, like saying, "Hey, take a look at this"?
Not typically. I mean, they're all pretty good about going through the proper channels. But we're around a lot, and they get to know us. And I try to get out to practice whenever I can, partly because I enjoy football, but also want the players to be comfortable with us being around and recognizing that person that's coming and talking to them and kind of potentially giving them some hard information. And so it's you got to build that trust factor really quick, and so just with the level of just being aware of the person that who I am. Knowing that I'm there not to hurt them and want only the best for them as an athlete.
You have one of those jobs that can be really cool, really fun, a lot of stuff the average person doesn't get to experience, but then it can turn to no fun really fast. How do you balance that?
Yeah, unfortunately, there is the hard part of our job, and you just have to be honest with the patient, and not only with the athlete when we're doing it in real time, but certainly even when we're in the clinic and seeing other people. Some of these injuries are pretty devastating, and we obviously focus a lot on sports because that's important, but then we see these mechanics who their day-to-day is really relying on their shoulder. So if they have a shoulder and they're out for 4 months, they're not working. So it's a tough conversation, but we just have to be honest with them. We got to let them know, this is why we're doing it, and give them all their options, and know that we have their best interests, and typically people respond pretty well.
Dr. Chris McDowell with Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center, our guest today. One of the big injuries that happened recently that really impacted the NFL was Bo Nix when he kind of got hurt. When you're, as a sports fan, you're seeing sports injuries happen and stuff like that, that was obviously knocked him out of the championship game, and then probably prevented maybe the Broncos from going to the Super Bowl. How do you watch sports?
Yeah, that was a tough one, especially if you're a Broncos fan or anti-Patriots fan. But I watch and you look for that, and you see kind of the sideline reporters do a pretty good job of sneaking in some things and getting some information that you don't always see. But always, if I see an injury go down, I'll pay a little bit more attention to kind of what the person on the field is, how they're evaluating them, and you can kind of get some tells when they're walking off and how their body language is. And sometimes you can say, well, you can look at them and say they're probably not going to come back. But certainly if I see something, I'm generally following up the next day. It's tough to get some information just when you're not intimately involved, but you can kind of piece some things together and certainly read between a few lines. And so, and that's kind of what brought me to this to begin with, is I found myself doing that when I was in high school, and certainly still kind of do that now. If someone gets hurt, I'm kind of following and see when they come back.
Dr. McDowell, what are some things at Orthopedics East that can help the general public out there that, obviously people not obviously getting paid to play at East Carolina or pay professional sports, but there's a lot of pickleball courts that are full. There's a lot of just runners in the community. There's just a lot of people just living life that get injured. So what are some tips that you could help out everybody else out?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we certainly, I generally, when I see someone in the office and they have an injury, I explain things in athletic terms because that's easy to relate to, but everyone's not the classic athlete that we see on a Saturday or Sunday or whatever day the game may be, but they're trying to get back to work, trying to get back to life. And so the biggest thing that we kind of preach to them is some injury prevention. You want to really make sure you're warmed up. You want to make sure you actually do the proper cool down type activities and stretch. And then, being as strong as you can is the best thing for you. And that's different from everybody. But you don't want to go from 0 to 100, and you want to work your way up. So So the stronger you are going into something, the better you are, and the less likely you're going to have some sort of overuse injury. And just take care of yourself and be honest with yourself and make sure you listen to your body. If it hurts, don't do it.
Listen to your body. You guys are great over at Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center. So great to work with. From the front of the house to the back of the house, you guys really take great care of your patients. And I've used your services through myself and my family. And sometimes you can't have a comeback unless you have a setback. And it's just it happens. And that's why you guys are there to help people back.
Yeah, and we certainly appreciate that. We don't want anybody to ever get hurt, but we do want the public to know that we're out there and we'll certainly have your best interest, because we know that people have passion for things that other people may feel that's like, why would you want to go run 50 miles, or why would you want to do, play pickleball all day? But that's what makes you happy, and ultimately that's what we're there for, to get you back to doing what you want to do and be happy.
Sports season is a year-round, 24/7. You feel like everybody, even if it's not in-game season, people are always working, and people are always trying to have fun. But you guys do a great job. Any last tips that you can think of? I love the part where you said you got to listen to your body, because a lot of people don't ever really listen to their body. They talk themselves out of their maybe the aches and pains they're having.
Yeah, usually it's like the patient comes in and say, well, I just went one more time and I did my one last rep, and I knew I was a little fatigued, and then here we are. And so, be honest with yourself. We're certainly not there to try to stop you from reaching your goals, but just make sure you do them smart. And if something happens, we're happy to take care of you.
Well, thank you for all you guys do for our community. Thank you for all you do for Pirate Radio, and, of course, the official team physicians of East Carolina. Keeping the Pirates up and running, which is important, because there's a lot of people that are passionate about seeing healthy Pirates do great things on and off the field and basketball courts as well.
Absolutely. And like I said earlier, the best game for me is the one I just sit there and watch and enjoy it like the rest of everybody else, and just get a little bit closer view. But nothing makes me happier when I don't have to step onto the field and I can just watch and enjoy a Pirate victory.
Yeah, absolutely. When we're seeing you on TV, it's not a good thing, or seeing you on the field. But hey, we know it's a good thing, because you're gonna help them get them back and get them healthy. But Dr. McDowell, we appreciate your time today, and of course, tell everybody where they can find Orthopedics East, or if they need more information.
Yep. So orthoeast.com is our website. We certainly have Instagram. And other socials that we can add into the comments. And our phone number is 252-757-2663. We have online abilities to make appointments without any type of referral. And so you can get all that on the website, or just call the office.
Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center, Dr. Chris McDowell, thank you for being here today, and look forward to catching up with you again soon when there's another, maybe a sports injury topic. I'm sure there's going to be plenty to talk about later this year.
Looking forward to it.
All right. Dr. Christopher McDowell with Jonathan Ellerby. Final in the Olympics. USA beats Slovakia 6-2. It'll be USA and Canada in the gold medal game Sunday morning. And it is 2-0 North Carolina over East Carolina with one out in the bottom of the third inning. Make that 2 outs in the bottom of the third. On the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard, presented by Da Buck. We'll take a break. Wes Hines joins us to wrap up the show. We'll be back with you after this timeout.
If you're looking for a delicious home-cooked country breakfast or lunch, look no further than CD's Grill. CD's Grill in Winterville has the best country cooking around. Start your day with CD's mouth-watering homemade cheese biscuits, eggs cooked to order, and pancakes so big and fluffy there's no way you leave hungry. Open Monday through Friday from 5:30 a.m. until 2 p.m. and Saturday from 5:30 to 11 a.m. CD's has lunch specials and an all-you-can-eat salad bar. Stop by, say hey to owner Jason Brown and the CD's crew. CD's Grill, 111 West Fire Tower Road in Winterville. CD's Grill, the best country cooking around.
Imagine the fun, boating and fishing with your family. Come find the boat of your dreams at the Greenville Boat Show and Sale this weekend at the Greenville Convention Center. Free parking, free admission for kids under 12. Hundreds of boats on display along with all your local dealers. It's more than a boat show, it's a boat sale. Imagine the fun, boating and fishing with your family. Come find the boat of your dreams at the Greenville Boat Show and Sale this weekend at the Greenville Convention Center. Free parking, free admission for kids under 12. Hundreds of boats on display along with all your local dealers. It's more than a boat show, it's a boat sale.
Looking for friendly service and hometown convenience? Make it Country Mart in Pitt County. With 2 great locations already serving our community, Country Mart is your one-stop shop for fresh hot food, cold drinks, snacks, fuel, and everyday essentials, all with the fast, friendly service you can count on. And we're growing. A brand new location is coming soon on Highway 11 right across from Aiden-Crifton High School. From breakfast biscuits to afternoon pick-me-ups and the best fuel prices in town, Country Mart keeps Pitt County moving. Country Mart, local, convenient, and always friendly.
It's Budweiser's 150th anniversary, and we're celebrating with a Heritage Can Series that honors our legacy of being made of America. Collect all 4 designs. For 150 years, this Bud's for you. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2026. Anheuser-Busch. Budweiser Lager Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Carolina Eagle Distributing is celebrating 150 years of Budweiser all year long. For 150 years, Budweiser has been the heart of America beer culture, bringing people together across generations. Cheers to 150 years. This Bud's for you from Carolina Eagle, serving the Pirate Nation since 1989.
Looking for the perfect getaway? Discover Washington, North Carolina, where small town charm meets waterfront adventure. Stroll along the scenic waterfront, explore unique shops and local restaurants, or kayak the Pamlico River at sunset.
From family fun to romantic escapes, Washington has something for everyone. Plan your next trip today at visitwashingtonnc.com and experience why they call it the original Washington.
Visit us in Washington. Your escape starts here.
It's time to shack things up at Burrito Shack. Whether you're craving bold burritos, tasty tacos, or crispy nachos, they got the flavor you're looking for. Made from scratch, chef-inspired, fresh Mex cuisine, served up with a side of laid-back beach vibes. Fast, fresh, and totally delicious, Burrito Shack is where flavor meets the coast. Located in the Lowe's Food Shopping Center in Winterville. Quick, crafted, coastal. Burrito Shack.
Miss Shirley, play my dad's commercial now.
Okay, Lincoln, you got it.
Looking for the best ride on 4 wheels? I'm Brian Harris with 360 Golf Carts in Greenville. From parts to sales to service, we've got you covered with Easy-Go, Club Car, and rugged utility carts ready to roll. Locally owned and operated, we'll even deliver right to you. Come see me on Highway 43, just past D.H. Conley High School, or visit 360golfcarts.com.
360 Golf Carts, pirates supporting pirates. Arr!
Chico's Mexican Restaurant is where the fiesta never ends. Grab your amigos and head to Chico's every Wednesday for shrimp tacos for only $11.99. Plus Wednesdays, all Mexican imports are just $3.49. Thursdays, enjoy your favorite beef, chicken, or vegetable fajitas, also just $11.99. For Mexican food and fun, it's got to be Chico's Mexican Restaurant in downtown Greenville and online at chicosrestaurant.com. Chico's, where the fiesta never ends. This is Clip Brock, host of PRL every weekday at 3, right here on Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Carolina Eagle Distributing, celebrating 150 years of Budweiser all year long. This Bud's for you from Carolina Eagle, serving the Pirate Nation since 1989. Now, back to the show.
And welcome back in. A look at the stock market today. The Dow was up 230 points and closed at $49,625. The NASDAQ was up 203 points and closed at $22,886. And the S&P was up 47 points and closed at $6,909. Excuse me. That is a look at your Wells Fargo Advisors financial report. For a person looking to investing, call Wells Fargo Advisors today at 756-6900 in Greenville. Wells Fargo Advisors, LLC, member SIPC. Now let's take it back in for the wrap-up of our show. Here's Clip.
All right, wrapping it up on a Friday. Pirates still trailing 2-0 to North Carolina over at Clark LeClaire Stadium. Wes Hines is here. What's up, Wes?
Oh, not much. What about you, Clipper?
Hey, man, doing good. Getting ready to head on out of here. What's for dinner tonight?
18 wheels and a dozen roses, I guess, because I gotta get out of town.
18 wheels and a dozen roses because where are you going?
I had to go to Annapolis.
You
306 miles.
You traveling solo?
I am.
So well, you got to eat something.
No, I'm not going to eat anything. Nope.
Man, I would stop if I was driving to Annapolis solo. I'd stop at least 3 times and refuel my belly. Okay. But you just go straight shot.
Straight shot.
Straight shot.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And then when you coming back?
I will be coming back tomorrow morning.
Okay. You stay in the night?
I am.
You get a hotel?
I do.
Motel, Holiday Inn?
Right. Microtel.
Fair enough. Wes, if I get a steak tonight,
yeah,
what 2 sides should I have with it?
Baked potato and salad.
That's pretty simple. Although salad, that's a lot of stuff to get from the grocery store.
Oh.
I'm making it myself.
Oh, you're making it yourself.
Yeah.
And how about baked potato and broccoli and cheese?
Okay. All right. Could roll with that.
Mm-hmm.
It's not bad.
Or like at my house, I would do asparagus.
You like asparagus?
I do.
And cheese?
No cheese.
No
Just
cheese.
Give me asparagus with Mrs. Dash.
Gotta have the Mrs. Dash.
Yes.
All right. Wes, what you following? What you doing these days? What's going on in your world?
Just working my buns off. That's for sure.
Work until you die, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I don't plan on retiring no time soon.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. Be working till it's all said and done, I believe. Right. Wes, Jamie is asking, what does ECU baseball need to do to get over the hump? Kind of struggling right now.
Just go back to the drawing board.
All right, so they go back to the drawing board. What do they do when they get there?
They gotta just say, all right, we're gonna change everybody around.
What is that? Like everybody change positions?
Yes.
Okay. Now I bet Cliff Godwin didn't think of that. Everybody, new position. Yep. Shortstop, you pitch. Catcher, get out and right.
Just shake it up. That's all you gotta do is shake it up.
Sometimes you gotta shake it up. All right, Wes, thank you for shaking it up here on a Friday with us.
Glad to be here, Clipper.
All right, Jackman, Mackay, Nick. He's gone. Oh, he's over there. And a crew. Thank you all. We will see you Monday, 3 o'clock, all new edition of Pirate Radio Live. For the crew, I'm Clip Brock. Jeff Charles, take us home.
Have a great night, Eastern Carolina.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio Live, an exclusive presentation of the voice of